And that's how you make an entrance, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? It's 420 here on the West Coast. Light 'em if you got 'em. It's me. I'm Craig X, a.k.a. the expert of expert joints. And I'm here. It's Thursday. It's 420. It must be Expert Joints Live. That's what the icon says anyway. What's going on, everybody? It's me. Thank you for tuning in this week. Thank you for tuning in last week. We had Jennifer and Curtis, the Smiling Buddha. It was really cool to have the Buddhas in here. Thank you so much. Buddha blessed us. Click this off. Click, click, click. Sorry, lots on the go here. Just get set up. Looks good on that one. Looks good on this one. Refresh over here. Oh, man, so much. With this extra Facebook chat in here now. In the video and there to monitor. It's just, there we go. There we go. Okay, doing what it do. Boom. Hey, Tice Anderson. Hey, everybody in the chat. Hey, everybody who was here last week. Yes, thanks for the Buddhists for showing up. And thank you for showing up this week. Cody Van Gogh is in the house. We're going to see him in 1 second. Look, he's in the chat right down there. That's Cody Van Gogh. He's going to be chatting with us in 1 second. Yeah, he's a creative rolling artist. He's pretty cool. And we got some weeds from Potent Industries. Shouts to both Cody and to Potent Industry for being here. Looking forward to chopping it up. We've also got the winner of our CBD pen giveaway. That's cool. And news updates. Of course, some segments. Locally lifted, chronic cooking, and rolling with the expert. Thanks, everybody in the chat room. What's going on here? We've got Silver Lake, Tice Anderson, Tish Mack, James McDonough, Professor Weed, Killer BG, Silver Lake, S. Oak, Dude TX, Peter S. Wow, they're getting longer and longer. Matt Rowland, Ryan J., Isabel S. Hey, girlfriend. Al Robinson. I think I saw J Mac in the chat. He's here right now, too. Shouts to J Mac. Shouts to Ann, keeping it quiet in the chat room. They don't want to get yelled at. You know how I do. Wild Dragon. Everybody killing it. Borrowhead's there, chilling like a villain. We doing it. Hi, all you pop people. Everybody good. I'm feeling good. Looking good. Doing good. It's good. This weed's good. I'll pass it over to Cody here in a minute. Pass this on to him because I got more weed to smoke. It's crazy. I start the show smoking a joint, and then I like, okay, that's great, but now I'm going to smoke some more weed. So roll up this weed. I've got the Black Diesel. I've got the Grizzly Purple Kush, and I've got a glass full of Roji Oji. Don't even explain how that one went down. But because it's in the cup and all ready to go, we're going to turn up the cup. Num, 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 num. Oh, the Roji Oji. It's a good one. I'm just getting over a little case of my sniffles from last week, too. I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. What else is happening? Right, joints. Roji Oji is what... Oh, they got a better description now, finally. I found a new one of it. They say... Roji Oji is what dreams are made of. This bud is literally made out of trichromes. Every calyx and piece of plant matter is coated in a sea of frost. When handling, crystals will stick to everything it touches and fall off the bud itself. A very pungent kush aroma with hints of citrus. This high kicks in right away and is a strong indica high with prolonged effects. Strong feelings of euphoria kick in and keep you uplifted for hours. Well, you know, some of that has some merit to it anyway. The Roji fucking bangs. Can't front. Shouts to Roj. We're going to have him on the show one of these days. It's been a matter of coordinating the schedule. Let's get into Bud Cam. Bud Cam Medicinal is brought to you today by Potent Industry. We are sampling products today from Potent Industry. If you're over the age of 19, please check out potentindustry.com and at Potent Industry across social media. Of course, if you choose to do so. Oh, click, click. Boom. Oh, man. Roji Oji doing what it do, looking good, feeling good, tasting good. Oh, my God, the bud porn. I love it. I love this camera. Slap you, Dube TX. No, I'd rather smoke a joint with you. Whatever floats your boat, bro. Whatever floats your boat. That weed's so good, you better smack myself. Smack. Good Lord have mercy. Okay, back to it. Right, I'm rolling this because I didn't put any in there. But but I will be rolling this as soon as I put this little nugget in here. Blah, blah, just this little nug. Blah. Just those 3 little nugs in there. And then introduce my guest, young Mr. Van Gogh. To my right.
How's it going?
Click, click, click. Hang on here. You may think you can roll joints okay. You might think you're a pretty good joint roller. And everybody who knows anything about anything knows that my joints are well put together. But chances are you can't roll a 3-headed dragon or a tyrannosaurus or a joint that looks like a person or a you'll see. Should
I just hold them up?
Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
Don't, or a joint that looks like Deadpool, which was kind of cool because my homie's got a track called Deadpool. Anyway, my guest today, one of a dozen or so creative rollers in the world. You've seen this talented guy on the show during a segment from Ottawa with expert correspondent Nukem. Shouts to Nuke, Mr. and Mrs. Nuke. And we have him here finally in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome creative rolling artist Cody Van Gogh to the show. What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Good to be here. Oh.
That's all good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Lift that mic up a little bit higher there so we can...
There we go.
Yeah, here.
Oh. There. Oh, I see. Thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, it's good to be here. As soon as I heard the name of the show, I kind of wanted to be on it. So.
Yeah, right. And I can't front, man. It's good to have somebody else who knows a thing or two about rolling joints on the show with me today.
Like, I love talking joints.
Well, hey, I mean, expert joints. This is, I think, the pinnacle as far as joint rolling talent in the room. Shouts to everybody else who's been on here. We've seen some phenomenal joints rolled in the house, but there's not a previous guest on the show who would not come down here and say, yeah, Cody holds it down. So thanks for being here, man. For those unfamiliar, please introduce your little zip. Who are you?
I am Cody Van Gogh. Like you said, I'm a creative roller. One of maybe 3 in Canada and one of maybe a dozen in the world. And, you know, I'm one of the more active ones. Like, I do it a lot. I've got a few creations here, actually, so... Got a Tyrannosaurus joint.
Just pull it back just a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, and
there you go.
Perfect.
So yeah, I got a Tyrannosaurus joint on hand.
Rawr.
And also this horse that I rolled.
Yeah, I saw it on social
night.
Yesterday. That's crazy.
Yeah. I rolled all these since I got here yesterday.
Who's that guy?
This is Rick from Rick and Morty. Let's see the detail on there.
Chat room likes it. Weed art, nice. They like the dino weed. Love the horse. Oh man, it's super cool, man.
I'm glad everybody likes like the different ones too. Like I try to make something for everybody.
So yeah, I mean, I guess really, define it if you had to. What is creative rolling?
Creative rolling is really just making a smokable joint that doesn't look like a joint, I guess. It can really be anything. I mean, creative rolling starts at like cross joints and braids and that kind of thing, tulips, and then from there we'll kind of evolve into this.
Well, I have to, sorry if I may, respectfully, I call cross joints and braid joints and shit, I call that novelty joints, really. This is more creative rolling. You're... Like, if you didn't know that, sorry if I may, I'm gonna put this on the disc cam for a second. You wouldn't really know that was a joint. Can I hold it right here?
Yeah.
You wouldn't really know that's a joint, and there is a filter on the end of it. Like, you can actually smoke it.
Oh yeah.
So it's still a joint, not just a pile of paper with weed around it. I can imagine some parts of it burn a little better or worse than others at times, and probably need a little bit of maintenance to them along the way, but very fucking cool, man. So that is creative rolling, not just novelty rolling.
Thank you. Well, if anything, it's very much a combination of novelty rolls. Like it's very much like, you know, a tulip here across there, and then the plumber's joint is another really important one.
Oh, okay. Sorry for those who wouldn't be familiar with it. Can you break down what a tulip, what a plumber's is?
Yeah. So like a tulip joint would be a joint with a bulb on the top. They're pretty easy to make. and I'm sure a lot of people, that's probably the one more people have seen.
Yeah.
A plumber's joint is less common. Basically, a plumber's joint is when you take like a dowel, something like that, and you actually roll around it. And what that does is it creates a tube for better airflow. And it prevents resin buildup at the end too, so it actually keeps your joint tasting better throughout, like right down to the tip.
And if you remember
And it pulls a bit more like a pipe too.
Yeah, if you remember a few episodes back, we had the Smiling Buddha Cannagars. We had like 3 of them, and one of them had the stick still in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Basically, you put it and they form the butt around with the stick, roll the joint essentially with the stick in there, so that when you remove it, it leaves a nice tube,
Exactly.
pipe, hence the plumbers.
Yeah.
So. Perfect.
Oh yeah, it's essential on anything like that, like on Magar's tie sticks. It's pretty much essential. I'm in my opinion, even if you're twaxing joints, you should be doing it. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Your opinion.
Oh, in my opinion, like even if you're twaxing joints, you should be plumbing them in a sense. Like I don't think you're getting the full effect out of a twax joint if you're not plumbing it.
And if I may, I don't like the wrap around the edge, man. I find you get too much of the drips. It's too. I run the pencil lead. My suggestion: run the pencil lead down the middle like a piece of hash. If I may suggest, I do find that when it's rolled all the way around, I've had it literally drip off and fucking burn and shit like that. It doesn't happen if it's inside.
Yeah, well, I'm all about like holding it kind of straight up so that it does drip, but onto the joint.
Yeah, I get it, but if people aren't paying attention, or just somebody has one little momentary lapse in concentration, all of a sudden. So I mean, they look cool. Don't get me wrong, they look cool. It's a novelty. The functionality of them is not necessarily always the most effective. Like, I mean, I find when you drop balls of hash through it, that's how you end up with fucking burn holes in your shirt. But if you make the hash pencil lead and drop that through there, it keeps it together, it burns nice and even, and you don't get the shrapnel flying off and having the fucking war wounds all over the place. Right? It's just a little bit better maintenance of it, I find, because it helps stabilize it a bit. I find when you got that vein of shatter through in there, it at least just goes into it. I mean, you still get it, but you don't end up with inadvertently some of it burning your knuckle or burning, ruining your carpet or whatever the case may be if somebody gaps and bases out for a second, right? So I love them, though. I mean, it's cool to see. Some people send some pretty cool pictures sometimes, and they're all like then dusted on top of that as well.
The dusting is key,
Yeah, it looks really cool, but yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah.
So, well then, okay. So, what did you start rolling joints and then coners, and then got bored of that and tulips, and like, how did you get into creative rolling?
It was something like that, yeah. Well, actually, my computer broke one day, and I didn't have the money to fix it, and all I really had was kind of like a bag of weed and 5 hours of time on my hands before I had to do anything. And yeah, I was kind of bored, so I started rolling a cross joint, and then I put a tulip on top. And after that, I noticed that it kind of looked like a person. So I went and found, like a juicy paper that was blue, and I added a dress. And basically, I made it look like a friend of mine, and I gave it to her whenever I worked with her, and so she left work, and I gave it to her. And it blew her mind. Like people were just shocked, right? So I just started doing it more and more after that, because just to see happy faces.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and yeah, it really took off. It took off in a huge way. So.
Hey, I can see it, man. When I started rolling joints blindfolded, it was rolling cigarettes blindfolded with just like a little bit of drum and a paper, and it was just like in the bar. I've told the story before. If you watch the blindfolded video, so back when you could smoke cigarettes in most bars, and going back a bunch of years, I'd just try and if people, you got a cigarette? Yeah, sure, dude, no problem. Yeah. And I wouldn't break eye contact. I'd give her. She's like, hey, you didn't even look. And I was like, no, I was just too busy looking at you. Something stupid and fucking cheesy. Like, just a dumb little icebreaker or whatever. But then people would be like, hey, you could do it. And then it became, can you roll a joint like that? Well, sure, I can, no problem. And then from more and more, the no look became, and then it became a sort of a requested party trick kind of thing. And then I demoed it in July at the hemp conference, and somebody called me out to do it live on the show during the episode 52. It's just the evolution of it, so I can kind of see how you could get there if you started with it and had something to go with. And definitely neat. I'm sure people. You should have heard You should have heard Jody Emery when she heard, oh my God, this dude rolled a joint of me. Someone's got it. They're going to ship it to me. Holy fuck. She was running around showing pictures. I mean, Jody, I love her to death. It should be the first one, and we all bust balls a little bit. She gets like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's the classic. She's so cute. She's so funny, and she was so excited, man. That's the most stoked I've seen her in forever.
I actually like found parts on a few shows on Pod TV where she like ran in with them to show it off, and I was so happy, and I would just like rewatch that part over and over again.
Yeah, right. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. I'm really glad they like it, or she liked it, because that's. I don't know. That's what makes it all worthwhile in the end, right? Oh, man, yeah, cool. It sounds corny, but it's.
Actually, I have it. I have a do right there. Boom! I have the picture. I was going to get to it later, but there's the Jody joint picture. Very cool. And I think somewhere in there you ended up even getting a little photo op. And she was here. She actually came. She's like, I can't wait. I came here to see Cody. Say hi to Cody. I heard he was going to be here. So, it's cool, man. It's nice to see the progression of it.
Oh, thanks very much.
And shouts to you, man, for doing it, putting yourself on the map, man. That's what you did.
Oh, thanks very much. When I first like discovered that I was getting good at it and stuff, I kind of didn't really know what to do. So the first thing I did, like, because everybody knows cannabis culture, so the first thing I did was I got a plane ticket out to BC and just showed them, right? Like, just went to a dispensary, bought what I needed, made it, showed them.
Yep.
And it was actually somebody who worked here who told me to that I should start an Instagram account. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting to like be back a little over a year later. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You've come a long way, son.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. Do you know who it was? Because they're probably still here.
Yeah, it was Chris.
Oh yeah,
can I just shout him out? Yeah,
he was chilling on you just a few minutes ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man, he was literally just sitting up there like 10
That's awesome.
So, that's really good.
Well, if you're watching, like, wave in the window.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's sweet.
It's neat to see, man. Good for you. I mean, you can take your passion. Again, while we're talking joint business and shit like that, somebody said to me, man, you roll joints so well, you should like do it for a living. Like, wouldn't it be cool if you were like some celebrity's fucking joint roller or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then little did I see, a couple months ago I met Ice Cube and handed him a fucking long ass joint, and he was like, God damn. But I saw Snoop Dogg with one of your joints and just going, God damn. So I mean, good for you, kid. Good for you.
Thanks very much.
That's hustle, man. That's respect, man.
That was a proud one for me.
Right? It feels good. It feels good. And then I mean, here you are. So how long have you been doing this for?
About 18 months now. Well, like full on creatively, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think, like, I guess even before that, like, if I was doing what'd you call them? Not trick joints.
Novelties.
Novelty, yeah. If I was doing novelty joints, like my crosses broke out into crosses that broke out into crosses. Like, I guess I always kind of wanted to do it. It wasn't. It's really like I guess learning the plumber's joint was kind of the last thing where it was like everything was really starting to burn right. Like the airflow was there, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because that's the biggest problem with airflow with that, and then managing the paper so that you don't get either a bunch of gaps in it or the inconsistencies with it.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, I know I don't want to give away your secret and shit like that, but you don't slobber all over the whole thing. Like, there's a lot of people who be like, how much paper and saliva on that and shit?
Literally,
and that's not the case at all.
It's water and a paintbrush.
Right.
Like, I'm just in the habit now too. Like, I haven't licked a joint in so long. I can't remember the last time I did it.
The mechanics, the muscle memory of it, you get used to it. Well, I've seen you've brought something for us today. I got to fire up this Roji just for a second to get it going around because, goddamn, you were going to roll us up something pretty special, and I believe that is the Tyrannosaurus. So is it done? Is it ready?
It's good to smoke because everybody asks if they're smokable. They are. I'm really bad at taking pictures when we're actually burning them, so they don't get posted enough.
So, let's start with a quick, show it back off, and I'm going to pull this back here for a little second so you can see some more of it.
So boom. This is the Tyrannosaurus. I've rolled a few of these, so I'm really confident that this one's going to burn. It's one of my favorite things to roll, actually. I'm getting pretty good at it. I can do them pretty quick now.
I like it. I like it. That's dope. And so, I mean, I was going to ask, how much is in that?
This guy is about let's say 12 grams, I'm guessing, from what I used out of here.
Yeah, I was looking for what was left from what you did.
And
I was going to
think
say probably 10 to, yeah.
And then there's might be a bit
It's at
in
least
here.
10 anyway.
Yeah,
If
at
if
least
not,
10.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So
Cool.
do you light all the individual parts like all at once, or do you light just one end and then the rest of them when they catch up, or what's the technique?
What you do is I'll give a quick breakdown on everything you need to do to smoke a creative joint. Like first of all, if you're gonna have them on display for a while, just make sure that like 24 hours before you actually smoke it, throw it into an airtight container with a Bovita pack to restore humidity, and then start lighting at the opposite end of the filter. And then as it gets down, just kind of eye it out, and then decide when to light the other ends, so that they just kind of are gonna all end up meeting together evenly.
Because if you break the seal on one of these ends here, then it's not going to draw correctly.
Exactly.
So you need to wait until it's get down. You kind of want them to get at the same time because you don't want this to burn down too fast. Otherwise, these won't get there.
Exactly.
But you can't start them too soon because then this won't draw evenly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another method too is he's more of a blunt roller. Valley Rec on Instagram. He's from the States. Another great roller, but basically what he does is he burns it section by section. So that's another option. Is just like you can actually like chip it out and just kind of press it down, and that'll cut off the airflow, and then just light another section, smoke it piece by piece.
I like the idea of it, in theory, of it just kind of working all the way through.
Yeah,
how long would that
a lot
take
of
to
the
burn?
time.
I mean, a 10-gram joint, that's between 2 people, 3 people. That should be at least
we
90
could burn this for the
90
rest
minutes.
of the show. We could throw it into the lounge, and they can have fun with it. It's going to go for a while, though.
That's at least an hour. That's at least 90 minutes to an hour.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So.
The last time I rolled one of these to smoke with people, it ended up smoking across 3 different sessions, and they were all like at least half an hour long, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. So it's definitely like a showy party thing.
Yeah, man. Let him take a
Yeah,
picture
go
before
for
we quickly
it,
light
for
it.
sure.
Don't worry, J Mac.
For
Just
sure.
jack the show for a sec. I'm on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So get your. I want to like this. That looks good.
Oh hey. I don't even know. I should be shouting out my Instagram. Can I shout out my Instagram real quick?
Oh, sure. We're gonna do plenty of that as we go, but
Okay,
please
okay.
continue.
Okay,
Give it up.
Cool. So yeah, I'm Roll with Cody Van Gogh on Instagram. If you want to see a
Roll
lot more
underscore
of my
with
stuff. Yeah.
underscore Cody Van Gogh.
Thank you.
And I am underscore Cody Van Gogh on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah.
And Cody Van Gogh, all one word, on Facebook.
On Facebook, yes.
Yes. I got all
Man,
those in the credit scene
I
later.
know.
See,
My
you know what we do?
Instagram is
I'll
the
be-
most current. I'm
Check it.
pretty behind on other
Check it.
things.
Here you go. There's the credit slide right there.
Oh, that's
See?
awesome.
There you go. As we were speaking with, that's how you look at it.
Thank you very
There's
much.
the
I'm
credits.
going
Jumping
to
ahead.
update all those pages after this, I promise. But my
Yep.
Instagram has the most latest stuff.
There you go. So that's how we rock and roll. This is cool. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, so light that son bitch up, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But hang on, before you do that,
Ooh,
try a little bit of that Roji OG for a second. Oh, that's so good. We got so much weed to smoke. It's crazy. We're going to have to be
Yeah.
smoking. And the problem is we got to
I'm
smoke
down.
a couple other joints while we're smoking this
can
joint
add-
at the same time. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That is why it's Pot
That's
TV.
delicious.
So, thank you. Yeah, that is really, really good. How long that would take to roll?
This one, I guess what was it? 3 hours? What time did I meet you?
I think you met me about 1:30.
About 1:30?
Before the show, so 2.5 probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, sorry, before you light it, do sometimes some of them like you put little eyes on or put more detail in for show?
Oh, yeah,
off, or
yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
for a smoking one.
Yeah.
You just keep it all paper or whatever, right?
Yeah, the original Tyrannosaurus had little shatter drops on the eyes, and I rolled this before the show, and I didn't have shatter on hand. I guess. Oh, did you want to put shatter eyes on?
Well, if you want to.
Okay, there we go.
Complete it. We'll get a little bit
Cool.
of Glacial Gold shatter
Yeah,
eyes
for
on there.
sure.
Shouts to
So,
Glacial Gold.
Shout out, yeah.
Shouts to Wilson Chan, THC. What's up, Rio? What's up, everybody associated? Glacial.gold. Get some goodness. Don't take it on the BC ferries. That's all I got to say. Okay, so image slideshow next up. Oh, some of the pictures, some of these little...
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's rocking fast. I got to turn that down. Oh, wait. Yeah. Boom. So these are just going to sort of cycle through, just on a little slideshow. A little blue dog here. Is that like Blue's Clues?
Okay. Actually, that was one of the original Doobie Dogs. So that's like one of the boxed ones. It was one of my early rolls, and it was just kind of designed to have something that if somebody wanted like a batch or something like mass market, that I'd be able to do a lot of them really quickly and really easily. And that ended up being like a cat and a dog and a mouse. Which I have here to show off actually, but
yeah, we'll check that in a minute.
Yeah,
Cool, super cool filters. We just saw some like lady with all the braided shit hanging down. It's crazy, man.
Irenaeus.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's her. A little triceratops.
I was probably watching Xena at the time.
been.
Yeah.
It's amazing
I
where
am
your high
not
inspiration.
super well educated on mythology. I just watch a lot of Xena. That's the secret. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, man. And Ariel, one of the hottest fucking little princesses ever.
I love doing Disney princesses.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to get through all of them. Oh, Hello Kitty. That
Hello
was
Kitty,
one
that
of
was
my
a cool one.
favorites.
That's a cool one for sure.
That one I just I feel like everything just kind of fell in place when I did it.
Is that Sailor Moon?
Yes. Oh, that
Sailor
one.
Moon.
Okay, that one is actually super rare. I can't roll that again. So if you happen to get your hands on it,
How many are there
Because
of
it's
them?
out there.
Is it just the one?
For Sailor Moon? There's just the one. Like I can't roll that again.
How come?
Unless somebody sends me more of these orange papers, because I'm really running out, and they're like from the 70s. They're the smoking corn papers from really long ago, and they were orange, like a bright orange color, right? And it's so hard to do a lot of anime characters because you have to differentiate like the white suit as a paper, and then their skin has to be like an off-white color. Color's like the hardest thing to do. So when I found an orange, it was perfect. But that was the only orange paper I've ever found, and I'm running out.
So I have a couple of contacts with the guys at Smoking and Pure Hemp.
Oh, excellent.
We tend to get along quite well.
Okay.
For those who don't know, I have been known to use a pack of smoking from time to time.
Actually, I know a lot of those guys too.
Alex and Rolly and
Yes,
Marc
yes.
and all those guys. Have they let you raid the warehouse yet?
Yes. Oh my God, they sent me so much stuff.
I'm gonna call Damien in Spain directly and see if they've got some other colors available and shit like that. Shouts to Damien and everybody out there. So
I have like a buttload of these guys, like the smoking
licorices. Those
is
are cool.
one of my favorite papers. That's made with them.
Yeah,
basically anytime you see me use like a black or brown,
you,
it's
Jody.
smoking licorice. So they sent me a ton of those. I'm really happy about that. Thank
Oh,
you.
killer. Yeah, man. The Alex,
hemp a solid off-white color.
Marc, Alex, Rolly, all the guys super solid, man. Marc's
Yeah.
offered in the chat room. Marc, if you're there, 1212 Marc.
Hey, Marc.
What's up, homie? He was just here. I think he probably just went back a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to reach out to Damien and say, like, look, I got a friend who needs some mythical old orange papers. I need all your oddball, weird color papers. Send me a care package from across the world, please.
As soon as I found this, like I sent them a message, and they were just like, "Yeah, those are rare." Like, so
calling it out across the internet.
Yeah,
if you have crazy
any rare papers, especially if they're like crazy colored, I'd love it. Just send me a message on Instagram.
Make it happen, internet.
Yeah. Oh my
Weed
God.
karma.
I think so. Yeah. It would take a long time. That's a lot of like connections on it. Okay.
J Mac asking
down for
for a
things
wheelchair
like that.
joint. Those are incredible, man. So,
I got the shatter on too, so I guess we can light these up.
yeah. Please light that son of a bitch up. I was
Okay,
just gonna
cool.
say that's great. We've talked about it long enough, but let's smoke that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know,
There we go.
talk is cheap, son. Talk is cheap. So, because really, when it comes down to it, they can look good, but if they don't burn worth a shit, well, then thanks for nothing. But oh my God, look at it go. So light up the two ends. So obviously, there's a little bit of maintenance to kind of get it balanced and shit like that, and probably a little catch up and shit.
They actually light better with a torch. I don't know if we haven't. Well, this is actually going really good. That lit really quickly. A lot of creative rolls take a long time to get lit.
It's because this is really good fucking BC bud.
Yes, exactly.
I gave you some action. I was like, shit, should I just give him some whatever? And I was like, no, we made sure we got ahead. It got some nice chunks.
Top shelf.
Yeah.
Try that
All right. Then.
out. It's hitting hard too.
Oh man. Oh yeah. This is some serious weed. There you go. So obviously Marc is watching. Marc just sent Damien an email for Cody. So thank you very much, Marc.
Oh.
And what's up?
Hey, Marc. How's it going?
Thanks, brother.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my friends at 600 Church Street Cannabis Culture in Toronto.
Which is now 461 Church Street, I believe.
Yes, true. Or it is going to be very, very soon.
I think it's tomorrow or Monday or...
Okay.
Yeah, I heard them talking about it a little bit. Shouts to Erin Goodwin. She was on the phone with Jared earlier.
Yeah.
And she gave me a message, sent me a message. We'll do a feature. We'll chop it up. You let us know, Erin. Holler. And thank you, Marc. Solid dude, man. Living the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah. Good to know you're watching. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, man.
I'm happy to see you're here.
Well, he was just checking to make sure I've got my smoking papers on standby.
Of course.
Right. And you would, lo and behold, those old 70s papers, those are good old smoking papers too. What do you know? All right, so yes, I was going to say, so do they sometimes become display pieces, or do they always get smoked, or somewhere in between?
Somewhere in between, yeah.
It's fairly solid. It's not as delicate as you'd think.
But you could probably drop that.
I'd rather not.
No, but I've definitely done it before. Not with that one in particular, but like I've seen them go through some damage, and they're pretty strong.
It'll get there, J-Mac. There's enough. It'll go around.
Like it's hitting pretty good, right? Like you can hit that. Like it's strong too.
It's actually, what's really nice is it's hauling very evenly. Like there's a lot of air movement through. Again, because of the plumber through all the way through.
Exactly.
Right? So and then to get like fatnesses and stuff like that, you just roll it up in a ball. You roll pieces to shape. You glue some papers together to make it, and then.
Yeah, it's sort of just kind of like build all the pieces first and then connect them together. Yeah, that is really just a thing that's going to come with practice and skill.
I can see the legs,
kind of
no problem.
It, yeah.
Those are, you roll up the little joints of the legs and the tail, some coners and shit, easy, straightforward.
Yeah.
The body, to me, resembles a big fat coner for the most part, slightly modified. And then the head kind of looks like a variation of a little bit of a tulip.
The head, yeah. But actually the body as well.
Yeah, sure.
And then there's another joint connecting piece between the head and body.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and actually the mouth is just attached, like the bottom part of the mouth is just kind of attached last.
And basically is that just you just roll up like a fat piece and just kind of shape it to fit, or?
Yeah.
Cool, man. I like it. Yeah, J-Mac, gentle, bro, very nice, man. Very cool.
Yeah.
It hits very well, man.
I
can see how you need a little bit of, a little saliva here and there, a little bit of reed lighting, just to kind of have it just in a few little spots. But it's amazing how well it
draws. It's never saliva. It's literally all water on paintbrush.
Sorry, if you were just doing like a little, just
catching
a little run somewhere along the way. Not that it is or anything like that, but if you just needed to do a little bit of joint maintenance along the way, it's really neat, man. Like it hauls better. It smokes way better than you would expect. Like it's very even, open drawing. It's not. It smokes easier to pull than
it smokes great.
It smokes easier to pull than smoking a regular joint. So papers are safe, right? Like anything you smoke are all smokable, safe papers.
Yes,
it looks like a lot of them are raws generally. But
raws, it's like a good strong paper, basically. So it's really good for creative rolling. I find hemp in general is stronger than rice, which is important when you're doing things like bending joints. Hemp is a lot stronger than rice.
Much more fibrous.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know why raws just feel so strong. I think it might be I'm literally actually a big fan of that watermark that they go on and on about, like the crisscross thing. So I think that might actually have something to do with the strength of them. I mean, that said, it's strictly like raw classic. Like I'm not a fan of the raw organics, that kind of thing. But like, yeah, they're my go-to for like tips and stuff too, for a lot of things. Juicy's a big one because Juicy.
Coloring.
Exactly. Yeah, that's just key. So-
Which to me, I mean, I don't. If you're sitting down to smoke a regular joint, I don't prefer the flavors or the patterns and all that stuff. But I mean, for what you're trying to do, you have to have the colors, right? I mean, how do you do it otherwise? Paint it.
This is what I tell you though, or what I tell people though is like you don't really need juices if you have good weed, but like if your weed's like dried up and it's like
shitty in the first place. And,
exactly. If it's just gonna burn your throat anyways, like you might as well flavor it up a bit. But I mean, that's kind of how I found out about juices. I don't use them too often for like just regular smoking sessions, that kind of thing. But yeah, definitely color them with juices. Basically, when I experimented a lot with food coloring when I started.
Oh yeah, and maybe I guess on some of the like just display pieces, perhaps you could paint to some degree a little bit or draw on or something if you needed to. But.
Yeah, but there was kind of a big question of like health concerns, right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you look at some of these color papers, and is that ink on there, or is that just paper? Like I can see.
It's soy ink.
Oh, so that becomes the question. So it's okay anyway then if you need it. So.
It burns cleaner. Like basically, I've done a lot of research and found out that basically nobody's ever done a lot of research on what like the effects on things in your lungs in general, right? So like I know like even like vaporizing is definitely healthier than smoking in T-Rex. I'm not gonna shy away from that kind of thing, but like I think that like. When they decided to use soy ink in particular, they probably went through, a lot of just basically burning it the same way you would do it with weed, and then being like, okay, does this burn white? Does it burn black? That's really kind of the best test you can do with anything.
Me and my man Rick kicking it. Rick chilling, taking over the show. Rick's taking over. Rick's taking over. Just a few of the creations, right? So, like, how many different kinds of joints have you rolled, like, creatively, if you will?
I actually counted the other day. I don't know why I don't remember the number, but it was something like 125, like, original different things.
And some of them you rolled a lot more than once, obviously.
Exactly, yeah. So for back on 420,
420.
Yeah, I was at Yonge and Dundas Square in Toronto, and I had a little booth there. And I think for that event I rolled something like I rolled 300, and I think we went through about 280 of them.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, so
that sounds like a good old weekend at 801 Queen Street West here in Toronto.
Yeah.
Still another day. What I like at this point is that the mouth is basically burning from the inside. Now, admittedly, maybe this part could be torched slightly a little bit here on his bottom jaw. In theory, it is still going a little bit, but the inside is a little bit more, just to help you keep up a bit, right? Do you find that along the way sometimes you just gotta massage them a bit, or once they go, is that
little bit? The key thing is
not overdoing it, probably either, right?
Well, no, you can. I mean, you can kind of overdo it. The key thing though is like basically any part where one thing is connected to another thing, you have to cover it up with it's wherever it's covered up with like stickies. It's not really basically the herb's going to burn faster than the paper there. It's just going to burn kind of under it, and those parts are probably just going to fall off eventually.
You must peel. You must pull off a lot of glues.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yes.
But do you use like a glue liquid just instead of a?
Very rarely.
Which is a little weird.
Yeah, it doesn't dry fast.
Yeah.
And like. It's a little bit of a hassle to use, honestly. So I only use it in like dire situations or like for particularly weird things.
If I'm rolling like a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4 ounce joint, if I'm rolling the son of a bitch like a sleeping bag, to put it all together and stuff, to glue all the papers, because even if you use the 12-inch rollies and you just blah 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 stack them, it's still like you've kind of almost got to use the Kingpin, the Kingpin blunts, the golden wraps, or the Kingpin wraps and shit like that. They have the little tube of glue in there. You know, it's a Juicy J glue or whatever, something like that, branded differently. But I mean, yeah, it takes a minute to dry, but it's the only way to get it. You can't get enough saliva in enough of the spots to get it tight enough and to work and where it stays together. But it's not something that you want to rock every day. I could see it being a once in a while if you needed to fucking seal up something just right and it had the time. But does water pretty much take most of it, or do you cut strips off and glue on strips? Like how do you attach, if you will?
Oh, just to that's.
I don't want to go proprietary, give it away, but like
no, it's not even giving it away. It's just kind of tricky to explain exactly, because you kind of make incisions where you want it to go, and just I guess over time you get better at that.
You know where to place them and how to place
exactly,
them. But then how do you seal them back up? Do you cut like a top off, a glue strip off, wrap it around?
Oh yeah, just wrap around and glue strip. It's very similar to a cross joint. Like you just kind of maybe just do it piece by piece around kind of thing. Yeah,
a few odd angles here and there that you might need a little bit more than you would
exactly
otherwise.
You really got to stack them up sometimes. Like it's just part of it. And it's funny too because some papers like show it better than others.
Yeah, that horse is fucking deadly, man, with those licorice papers.
Thanks. Yeah, the licorice. Sometimes they like where you fold it, they go white a little bit. It's hard to explain, so you got to be very careful. Basically, because like only one side of the sheet is colored, right? So if anything kind of folds back, which I can kind of see some stuff doing now, and I'm really OCD about it. But if anything folds back, then it really stands out because it's like white on black. So yeah, I don't know. Color, I'm getting too detailed about color because color drives me crazy.
I can see that because that's the difference maker to have it.
Exactly.
Because I mean, like this looks cool. Don't get me wrong, the Tyrannus, and you get it, and shit like that. But when you compare it visually side by side between the two of them, I mean, Rick is just fucking quite a bit cooler because of the variations in the different, right? I mean,
yeah.
It's neat, man. You don't see that very often. That's cool.
It's interesting because the I don't know if it's just like social influence or whatever, but like it seems like on my Instagram and stuff, like people prefer kind of the all natural things, like the
that's much what I'd rather smoke.
Yeah.
But just visually to look at.
Yeah. A lot of people seem to be a lot more impressed by like the juicy things and that kind of thing. And actually, Rick there is mostly rolled in just rice papers. It's just like a thicker rice paper, not a zigzag, I assure you.
Yeah.
It's one of the thicker smokings. I think it's like a smoking blue.
Probably right.
Yeah. So it's just like a thicker rice paper to get that white color. It's nothing too unnatural. It's just thicker papers. I want to talk about thicker and thinner papers for a second. Like a thicker paper is gonna like burn faster and give like a stronger toke. I don't think a lot of people say that like thinner is just automatically better, and I don't think that's necessarily true. Like if you've tried like a free rolling, like a smoking orange is like a free burning paper. And like if you try like that in a plumber's joint with like a fat gauge on the plumber, like on the stick that you use to make the plumber's joint, then it'll hit like a bong. So yeah, there's definitely a place for like thick papers and stuff, especially in your daily smoking habits too. I use a thicker paper when I'm smoking alone because like if I'm smoking alone, a lot of the times I'm just kind of like doing stuff. So
on the bubbling iCam.
Oh, that's dope.
The bubbling iCam. Tyrannosaurus Rex head melting. It's all like rolling down his eye. It's all rolling down his face.
That's so sick.
Oh, that's cool. The other one's doing it too. Now we're just high and fucking around with a webcam because we can. Yeah. Yeah. So that's his eye melting on his head.
That's sick. That oh man, I'm honored to have seen my joint in such a way.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah.
And actually, now I do want to look at this too, so people can see this, because I saw a question in the chat about the. Sorry if I can. We'll light it back up in a second. But when you see it, where was it? It's harder to fucking do backwards and shit, and it's unfocused for a second. Yeah, so you can see like your joints. I mean, they're clean, bro. This is a little bit. We've just one little piece that's trying a little bit loose, but like they all seal well. There's not a bunch of excess. You can see it's just little thin strips and shit, man. And like the edges go nice, man. Like look at those but like look at those pits and shit. You don't even really notice the paper. What I'm impressed with, what I thought there would be, is I thought it'd just be a fucking hot mess of fucking extra papers everywhere.
Yeah.
There's papers on there, but there's not like an exorbitant amount of them on there that you don't need. Like
I was somewhat worried about that too, because that one's kind of fresh. And like sometimes it's like you'll finish rolling and then in 2 hours everything will just kind of pop out, and then you're back to just kind of correcting that. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy that one worked out, because I only finished that like an hour ago.
we bud canned it out. You got to relight that up again here and
sure.
shit, man. Sorry, we talked it out for a minute there. All right, luckily I got another joint going here as well too. We got a show still rolling along here. So, okay. So what's the biggest single joint piece creative thing you've rolled, other than like a big round pound or something?
It was a Pegasus.
The Pegasus, the hanging Pegasus?
Yeah, you may have seen it at Lyft.
You showed it to Newcomb when he came by the store and did the interview, I think.
Yes,
that
it's
clip on the show.
It's actually at Cannabis Emporium. They shout out to my sponsor, Cannabis Emporium.
Shouts to the sponsors. Plug Cannabis Emporium. Check them out. CannabisEmporium.ca.
I literally get all my papers from there because it's the biggest selection I've ever seen. But yeah, it's basically the biggest joint was it was a Pegasus, and it was 130 grams about. And
so 5 ounces or so.
Yeah, exactly. And I rolled it for Lyft, which is a medical expo. So I was under the impression that I had to roll it completely in medical weed. So I actually just like maxed out my prescription that month, and then it was like it cost me a fortune to roll that thing. But it was so worth it. It was huge. I loved it.
Bro, that'd have been $1,000 joint at least.
Yep. Yeah, actually.
So Marc says, tell Cody to message me on Facebook with his address and stuff, and they'll help make sure that everything gets taken care of. I need to try these smoking blue tree-free papers made from flax.
Okay.
So there you go. They're actually, I have them. They're really nice. They're very light.
Nice.
They burn well. They're like almost like they're non-existent. I think you quite like them. So the first time we're sort of going to try and ash it a little bit here. I want to be a little bit gentle because it's still a hash, but a couple little bits from the mouth are just brah, brah, crumbling head, brah. Oh, this is fun. This is honestly one of the most enjoyable shows for me personally.
Awesome.
Satisfying. This is a very satisfying show.
I'm glad. I'd love to roll for this show whenever, man.
Bro, I just have to find you as our new fucking expert correspondent, bro. Come on, man. Just let me set the joint down. Pass me the ashtray. No, I'm good. I don't need an ashtray. I'll just fucking stand my joint right here. And it's
nobody ever really wants to ash them. Like everybody knows it's coming, but it's like those little details look so cool when they're just stuck, like suspended in ash. So yeah, be careful about how you ash them.
Yeah, I'm trying to
is kind of the message there.
Being very gentle, just kind of shake off a little bit that's a little loose. Honestly, James McDonough says co-host. Bro, it kind of almost makes sense, doesn't it? You might have a guest spot on this show anytime you want. Cody
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we have, where was I on this here? So the most elaborate thing you've ever rolled, was that as well the Pegasus? Or?
Actually, I think, okay, the way Arrhenius, I think, is a pretty good one. That actually.
That was the girl with the
the like one with like the wings hanging
see if
off.
I can find that one again.
But I think like. No, probably just Ghidorah. Ghidorah was straight up just the most elaborate. It's like a 3-headed dragon, and it was
this
it was
is
one of the first dragons that I rolled, right? Like
that was pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty elaborate. And then the dragon is
King Ghidorah.
there.
There
That's
we
pretty
go.
cool. Yeah, you can't roll a 3-headed dragon.
Yeah. He also has 2 tails.
Oh yes, so he does. I see that now. God damn. So I see it. It's a couple of tulips, a couple fat cones.
Oh yeah.
Um,
There's like shatter going down the back of him and stuff. Like
Yeah,
it
there
was
is.
pretty detailed. I've spent like there's certain joints, 3 in particular, and it's Joan of Arc, Ghidorah, and Pegasus. And those ones I spent like over 40 hours on, like 40 to 60 hours on. But after
on a joint. So
yeah.
you spent a whole week on a joint.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wasn't sleeping much at those times. But those ones, they always like were big joints because I just kind of like wasn't really confident in rolling it small. Like it's a bit easier to roll big. But then over time, like the Joan of Arc became kind of the doll joints, like which there's a few of these, and it's kind of variations on this design that makes different characters. And then from like Ghidorah came, the T-Rex and like the other dragons, Charizard I've rolled, things like that, right? And so more recently, like the Pegasus, which was 130 grams, like literally last night I was like, okay, so I have to come up with that one smaller now, and that's what became, the horse that I'm holding.
Little horse.
So
Mustang Sally.
Yeah. So kind of everything just kind of starts out big, and I try to make it smaller and like just more accessible, really.
Kills, man.
Yeah.
So I guess yes. So how long do you spend like on an average, like say Rick here? How long does like a Rick take you, or maybe like a showpiece? Yeah, like on an average, sort of something you're proud of, you're trying to show off, like a.
I would say like probably more like 5 to 8 hours for like original pieces. Yeah. And then I've rolled the Rick before, I've rolled the Tyrannosaurus before, so those would take me like 3 to 5 hours. Yeah, I basically I've been rolling since I landed in BC.
Right. So you're rolling these joints. I mean, it's got to get pretty expensive, really, when you come down to materials and labor. Like if someone commissions you to roll a joint, they give you the weed and you charge them some labor, or
exactly.
That happens sometimes to you, or do you have to sometimes supply the whole thing? People just say, "I want this, and give it to me, and I want it this heavy," or like how does it work? Like.
For most cases, like if somebody wants something custom rolled, I'd much prefer that they give me products to roll with, and yeah, like it's just way better that way for like many reasons.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
this is crazy how reasonably well this is burning. Like I'm rather.
Thank you very much.
I'm not like completely like shocked. But I'm like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
it's quite cool, man. It's quite cool.
Oh man, that's good to hear it. It's always like nerve-wracking a bit when you're rolling them, but especially at first. But like I'm fairly confident now that my joints are pretty much gonna burn. I would say like 99% of the time.
The fishies. Dinosaurs trying to get the fishies. Yeah, man, they burn great.
Thanks.
I'm totally impressed.
I did actually recently make one for my girlfriend. Love you, babe. Smoke Princess Toronto. Follow her on Instagram.
What's up?
And
What's
it was a crown, right?
Yeah,
but
I didn't know that. Okay, so
so I was actually hoping I was hoping she would wear it. So I actually made it less functional and like just more like that it's gonna last forever kind of thing. So that one you can't actually smoke in its entirety. You can smoke like I would say about 70% of it.
Do you ever
just full disclosure?
Do you ever roll with
that's
those?
Been bothering me.
Do you ever roll with those gold rolling papers?
That's exactly what it was. What it was rolled in. They recently Shine Papers. I'm a big fan. They recently started sending me packages.
Oh, they have been.
Yeah,
that's
they've been
cool, man.
monthly
That's good.
packages. Yeah.
And when people, of course, when people see this shit being used, it's like, come on, dude, why not? Of course, we want in. So So I guess really, if without putting it on blast or anything like that, but like if someone's sold a joint or auctioned off a joint or the most expensive joint, what's the highest tag Cody Van Gogh joint there's been to this point?
Oh wow.
Like that somebody paid for? I don't know. Somebody pay you $1 million for a joint yet, son?
No, like nobody's paid me personally $1 million. Like I honestly, like I think I'm the literally the cheapest, especially when you convert like Canadian to American dollars.
Yeah.
I am the cheapest like creative roller you're gonna see, right? Now that said, I'm pretty sure my work's being resold.
Right.
So I don't want to talk too much about
Fair enough.
Yeah.
About pricing and shit.
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
about what I've sold previously,
Yeah.
in a sense, right? Although I'm pretty comfortable telling you like that if you just it's like $20 an hour labor if you just like want me to roll you something.
Fair enough.
And then I'll have set prices on things that I roll a lot. So like if you want a T-Rex, and like I'll just be like, yeah, it's gonna be like $60. Like no, it's
right.
T-Rex is
Plus
pretty easy
then
for me to roll,
the half ounce of weed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
fair
yeah,
enough.
and a half
Fair
ounce of
enough.
weed.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's pretty cool. Fair enough. I like it. We gotta fucking get it hooked up. We gotta get the whole kit. You got a nice little rolling kit and shit like that. We can show us in 1 second here. What is your favorite joint to roll?
The T-Rex actually. I especially lately. I think that's like probably the 10th one I've rolled in like the last 3 months.
I like it. I can see why. It burns
Yeah.
good. It's cool.
Oh yeah, they're
It's super cool.
fantastic. Oh
In your
God.
whole life?
Lifetime? I mean, I don't know. For certain periods, like going into like 420 and stuff, I was going through 1,000 papers a week. But you know, sometimes I go through like, it's hard to measure by that because sometimes I'll go through like 12 papers on a single joint or something.
Yeah, because you need glues and shit like that. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I have no
it.
idea how many joints I've rolled in my life. I would say like I'm probably past the 10,000 hours you need to like be expert or whatever.
That's why do you think they call me the expert?
Yeah, exactly.
I figured the math. It's the tens of thousands of joints, probably. I'm in the tens of thousands of joints at this point in my career. So I'm sure you've. Yes, sounds like you've got plenty of time into it. So
yeah.
Your least favorite joint to roll.
Ooh.
Which one bugs you? Which one is a pain in the ass?
I tried to roll Elsa from Frozen a long time ago, and I posted it even though I thought I did a really bad job, and it's just kind of haunted me ever since. And I want to take it down because it's almost like it was a part of the learning process in a lot of ways. But it's so terrible looking, and it's just been haunting me.
Some of the failed ones. What have you tried that hasn't worked, or what are you working on that you're trying to get that you can't quite get? No, James. It actually tastes quite airy because of the way it burns through. It's actually fairly light. Sorry.
Bulbasaur is actually like has been really, really bothering me because I know I have the colors, but there's no place to really smoke him from. So I really want to do a Bulbasaur, and I do not know where you'd put the filter, and it's been bothering me.
Give him a tail.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like
some
Bulbasaur
in
doesn't
his
have a tail. I was like, oh, I'll just put it in his tail, but Bulbasaur doesn't have a tail. It's weird.
Put something in his hand.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Like smoke his.
I was just gonna put him on. Actually, maybe. I'll give it away.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Don't give it a second.
Okay.
You got to tune into his Instagram. Roll _ Cody Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Check that out for more.
Check it out. Bulbasaur joint coming up. I think I know how I'm gonna do it. Don't hate me if it doesn't appear.
This smoke's heavy. And doesn't taste very papery at all because it's just the raws. And again, it's not a lot of excess paper when you look at it.
It's a lot of weed burning too.
Yeah, there's a lot of weed burning, and it's really good and it's really strong weed. Did I say the hardest to roll? Did I ask that? Yes, I think I did. They're most asked for or asked about. What do people inquire about the most?
For a long time, it was Wiz Khalifa, and I just did it recently. I fulfilled a lot of stuff, but a lot of people actually ask me to roll their logos.
I was already thinking about that about 10 minutes ago.
I really don't like to do that, but I'm happy to like come up with like a promotion like that kind of matches like your theme, or like if you have a mascot, something like that.
Yeah.
But rolling logos is weird just because it's like a lot of the times it's not super complicated, like it's letters or something.
Yeah.
And then a lot of like I just don't think it's interesting to a lot of people.
You know what I really
to
like?
see.
I like my logo. Look at how good that looks up there. And look, what a nice little place to plug, expertjoints.com. It's
Yeah.
very well put together. And oh, look, the social media icon. That's great.
Oh yeah.
Moving forward. Let me see. How do you come up with the ideas? Do you just roll what you feel like? Or do people ask you specifically to do some of this shit? Or like, where to just come around, sit, getting stoned and come watch shit on TV and be like, I could roll that?
Dollar stores are actually a pretty big influence, surprisingly.
Hang on. You got to explain that.
I know. It's kind of
Head's almost gone. Just about past the jaw.
Dollar stores and toy stores are the two big ones. Because I just look for things in there that I can roll, basically. Like I look for toys, and then it's like, oh, that's because they're kind of simple shapes. And I kind of think of a lot of what I roll as just like dolls. So a lot of toy stores and dollar stores. I kind of just started picking up a lot of stuff for my toolkit there, right? So like just
Yes. What
like,
is in the Cody kit? That's a good thing.
Oh yeah. Can we? Okay. This we got the tray. It's custom made. I just ordered it from what was it? It's like Cafe Press, right? So I just chose whatever picture I wanted on it. Then this is just like the box of like travel papers. This is what my go-to like for all the different colors.
I'd assume at home it's a little bigger.
Actually, I have that right here if you want to see it. This is the at-home box. This is
Holy
literally
shit balls, that's a full lunch kit.
oh yeah, they're literally like top to bottom papers, just backups for whatever I need and stuff, right? And weird things that I found too. Like there's some that are in here that are like pretty collectible and stuff. The cannabis culture zigzag.
Yes, I actually saw you roll a Justin Trudeau joint.
I did. Okay, and then this is the toolkit here. So this is everything that I use to roll. I don't think I'm not going to go through it one by one or anything, but you can kind of see everything.
Various tools and brushes and sticks and shovels and pens and tweezers and.
One of the cooler things, like I've never really seen these in Canada, but these are doobie doodlers, and they're just like markers for doobies, but it's basically just food coloring inside. I don't use them too often, but a lot of people think those are cool.
Impressive, Van Gogh. Little stash you got there, buddy.
Yeah.
Tweezers, buddy.
Tweezers, paintbrush.
Some few pins, some pokers.
Scoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's all right.
Thank you.
That's all right, man. And how was flying with all that? Or did you have to mail out in advance?
Oh, God. No, they opened everything.
You're trying to find weed.
100%. They opened everything, right? And they totally like grabbed. I had like my boxed ones in a Pelican case. The ones we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I had those in a Pelican case, and they totally had them in hand and didn't think to look in the boxes. But yeah, they went through everything because I had a multi-tool, and I when I was in Toronto, and I totally forgot that it was still in my backpack because I live out of a backpack. And
I carry a Swiss card in my wallet, and once in a while I forget that the knife is still in it, or I got a little tiny little 1-inch little blade on my keychain that I sometimes forget is on it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mail it back.
So they went through everything. They opened up the big ass box of papers and the toolkit and all that. And there was like one girl who was just so like upset with the situation, and then one dude who was just like laughing, like, "What's up, man? You got the raw hat? That's dope." He's like, "You roll with the raw kind of thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, bud." And so what I did essentially was like, we found the knife, and then they were like, "We're gonna run your bags again." And then I showed the dude who was like, "Chill," my Instagram, and then he just laughed, and then he's like, "Okay, like, well, no, let him go." We went through all his stuff. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's I showed him. It was like, yeah, I don't know, it was a real good cop, bad cop kind of thing. So yeah, it was a fun little experience at the airport. I tried to get a picture with the dude like in my box of papers, but he wouldn't have it. No, I wasn't having it. His
head is completely gone. Yeah. Now we're smoking dino neck. Dino neck. One of the tastier parts of a dino is in the neckial areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
And pretty soon we're going to have to light up those fucking hands pretty soon to catch those up. You better get those started. Okay, so first time, actually I think I heard of you was the Jody where we talked about that. We showed that you talk about these pre-rolls, son. You keep talking about these pre-rolled, son. I happen to have a picture of one of them right here, or the pictures of them in general. Click, come on, Where the fuck, come on. There it is, and boom, shakalaka. So I see cats and foxes and, well, that's what those stickers are. But explain. Yeah, just a picture I yanked off your Instagram. No shame in the game.
I can get them out here.
What the Keska fuck are these, friend? Tell me what these pre-rolls, little, like, you got some designer pre-rolls, if you will. Like little ones, not the giants like this, if you will, but tell, you've been talking about them.
I've been getting quite a few dispensaries requesting to have my work in their shop. So I worked out something that's just kind of affordable for everybody. They're little cat, dog, and mouse joints. And if I can like basically roll them up in batches. Yeah, they're coming out. Can't do this fast enough. They're little boxes, right? So here's the mouse.
Give it a turn so you can see the front of it. Shit.
Turn. These are they're like more minimalist kind of rolls. But so I can do them a bit quicker, but that also means that I can make enough of them that pretty much hopefully everybody who wants to smoke a creative joint can smoke one. They're all smokable. Most places are selling them for about $35 right now.
What is there? That looks like probably 2 grams in there or something?
Yeah, exactly. They're all measured out to be exactly 2 grams. I build them part by part so that you can just like, get it exact. But yeah, you're just ask your dispensary if you want them.
Is there any chance those might be available at any of the cannabis culture dispensaries out there? I have seen you in the Church Street location on the Instagrams, did I not?
Church Street location has some of my stuff available, whichever address they're at right now. There's a dog.
Well, we got to try and make sure we get you in 801 Queen Street West, 711 Queen Street East, 1184 Eglinton, as well as 365 King. And then, of course, I think it's 461 will be there any day. And unfortunately, Peterborough got raided, you might have heard. They opened last week or a day or two ago after the raid, and then they raided them again this morning. Peterborough got hit one more time. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yes, it's good to know they're at least available.
For sure.
And we'll hopefully get them at all locations going forward.
I'm hoping so too. And I'm to be honest, like grab them while they're $35. Like I hopefully like because I'm not really like a business. Like I'm one guy, so I'm trying to
keep up the demand the best you can.
I'm trying to treat it more like a glass artist would or something. Where like if I can charge more for it, or like if I can't keep up with demand, like I'm
gonna have to charge more for it.
Exactly. Yeah. So please, like.
So you got to support the art. You get to the point where it's in demand enough, and it's not like a matter of being a dick about it because I'm trying to make money. It's just I've only got so much time to do so much other shit, and that's what it costs to make it happen.
Yeah. They're fairly limited. But
Yeah, there's only so many you can make in a day. It's
exactly.
Now
But
we're starting to, I think we need to torch the bottom part there. We might have
Okay.
lit the arms a little late.
it's all good.
Yapping away here on the internet. That's what we do.
Yeah. I like you can even just break the legs off and smoke them as separate joints. I've done that before. If you want to save it for later and stuff, yeah, for sure.
Oh shit, man! Keep that fucking thing going. Light
Yeah.
that sumbitch
Okay.
up. You get to going. So let's see how much are they? Really, dude. I am really impressed, man. And like I said, I'm glad to see. I'm not the only one who's making my name making a name off of my joint roll or somebody's joint rolling,
Yeah.
right? So. It's very cool, man, and your filter rolling skills even are pretty impressive too. I've seen a couple pictures on the Instagrams, and we had one up there, but
Thanks.
But like,
I haven't done like a proper filter since I was in
that's nothing
BC.
really like fancy if you're designing ones, but it's just to fill the gap nicely. A good technique to do it, but
Yeah.
you can. I've seen you. Let me see. There might have been one in the slideshow here. Let me go back and see one more again. Like these,
There you go, yeah.
diamond, the club's heart, diamond spade. That's kind of neat. And there was a couple other ones. I think. Mickey Mouse. No, there was another one or two I saw on your social before. Oh yeah, there's the fucker. You got to do when you smoke it. The problem with this Justin Trudeau joint is actually, I don't want to tell you you've done it wrong because you did a good job, but just a little
was a pretty quick one.
Expert advice here. No. It's nothing with your technique. No, please. It's the fact that, unfortunately, you've rolled it from the wrong end. Because when you light a Justin Trudeau joint, you got to light it from the feet because of the whole liar pants on fire.
Oh.
Right? So you have to light him from the
Yeah.
bottom up. So you've rolled him upside down is what has happened because you're trying to smoke his feet, but that's the wrong end because obviously they're
That's
burning as we speak. Super dope, man. And you're available a few places. I saw you did a joint rolling class here and there, and you're going to be at the Karma Cup coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. I'm gonna be at Karma Cup. Got a little thing going on there.
Well, I'm going to be at that thing there. We're going to be doing it live on Pod TV, so we'll see you again there. Now you're a friend of the Pod
sweet.
TV environment.
Yeah, for sure.
Drop
by. I'll have a booth of some sort. So yeah, be sure you drop by there. And actually, I think that's where the tips are coming into play. Like, because I just recently like rolled a bunch of tips, like a lot, and packaged them into like little 5-tip filters, or like 5. Did I say that right? Like five filters, like it's
5 filters.
Yeah. 5 filter packages, just kind of like rolled into like what looks like a joint, but it's actually just 5 filters. But they're gonna in like the heart shapes or like the ones that you just showed, the cards, the hearts, diamonds. Fuck, I'm getting really stoned.
Yeah, right. I don't know what happens. It's okay, man. You're not the first person on this show to get a little high.
Check out my tips at Karma Cup. There, I did it.
Blah.
I nailed it.
Woo!
Okay. You'll see them there.
You roll joints for a living, and basically weed is now pretty much your business. You're kind of making it your thing, and I love it. It's cool. I'm super impressed. But I got to ask, like everybody we got to ask who comes on this show, our favorite 4 questions. You started this. Obviously, you've got a deep affiliation and affinity for the marijuanas, and as you said, you maxed out your prescription. So obviously, you're a cannabis compliant patient as well too.
I am.
How and when? Question number 1: how and when did you get into weed?
Oh, interesting. It was actually really late. Like I was probably around 17, and everybody just kind of thought I was a stoner anyways.
You got that just very cool kind of call.
Hey, man, everybody was just like, you must smoke weed. So then, I
must
tried
start smoking weed then.
Yeah. So yeah, then I started smoking weed.
Yep.
And yeah, that's kind of that was how it started.
And what is your method of choice? I mean, obviously you roll a lot of joints, but do you like to smoke bong or pipe?
Yeah.
What?
I'm actually like pretty into dabs these days because I learned how to roll. Like I didn't know about dabs until after I learned how to roll joints. Kind of like got into the scene a bit more, into the community a bit more. Then found out about dabs, and so dabs have kind of been lately my favorite. But yeah, probably a mix of dabs and joints because I still smoke a lot of joints.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Okay. So, oops, stuffed that on the entire time. Then, whoops, well, whatever. All these things do click, blah, 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 somebody, blah, blah. There we go, number 3. How much do you smoke in a day? Like, are you an every day, all day, or once in a while, or like...
It really depends. Yeah, it really depends. If I I don't get shatter too often, but I smoke a lot of shatter when I have it.
Well, there's plenty of glacial gold shatter right in front of you. Feel free to help yourself
my God,
anytime you
yes.
want through the show. Please get
Yes,
at it, man.
yes.
Shouts to Wilson and everybody.
I
That's
am-
what it's here for. And then as you take that doob, or as you take
yeah.
that dab, the last question, please feel free to serve yourself up. But when you look back at all the weed you've ever smoked, and you think fondly of, oh, God, that was good.
Oh my
And
God!
you remember, out of every bag, the most memorable of all time, we call it the bag that got away. What is it, man? What's the one that got away?
Oh my God! It was probably okay. It was in university, and it was just kind of a random dude at university. He was in like another residence or something, and I had seen him around, right? And then one night, my usual supplier was out. Somebody told me he had weed, cannabis, and yeah, it was like it was crazy because it was more red than green in a sense.
Okay.
I've seen a few other buds like it since, but I hadn't seen
Super
anything
hairy
like
at
it.
that. Yeah, okay, yeah.
At the time, right? And we went out to smoke it, and we were out by I went to school in Ottawa, and we were out by the canal, and we were just kind of like there was like a broken mirror there for some reason randomly along the canal path. Who knows? It was like behind a dorm. So there was a random broken mirror, and we were all like staring into it, or like leaned over staring into it, and I just started like tripping out in the mirror. Like I could have sworn I was like seeing weird things in it.
Talking to the dude like it was
Yeah.
someone who was actually there, but it was your own reflection kind of shit.
Exactly.
I love it.
Well, it's like everybody. I swear it was like a little bit of hallucination, but every time I say that, people are like, "Oh, it must have been laced or something." But it was like, no, it was really good
Just
weed.
really good
it was just
weed.
like that one time. Like I don't know.
Do you remember what strain it was, or just whatever university? bag?
No. This was a university bag. This
Just
was
some
like,
random
well, yeah.
fucking-
This was back when it was like, it was like
Good weed or bad weed or no weed.
Exactly.
Fair
yeah.
enough.
It was weed.
Yeah. So
yeah.
show the university guy fucking mirror staring weed. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
The
man. I love
weird
it.
thing was, like, he didn't even really deal or anything. Like, that was the only time he had it, and that was the only time he ever
Weed karma,
had it again.
man.
Yeah,
You're meant to smoke it.
Yeah.
Well, and you were meant
It
to
was
be here,
cool.
man. Let's face it, man. You're a joint roller. Here you are, an expert joints live with me. I mean, super happy to have Cody Van Gogh in the house with us, man. Make sure you check him more out at @Cody Van Gogh on Twitter, @roll_with_ Cody Van Gogh on the Instagrams.
Yeah.
We've been smoking a ton. This is a lot of fun. It's still going. These joints are super cool, man. I think we've covered a lot of what we need to talk about, but is there anything else we should be... I mean, you're going to kick it here and stay for the rest of the show, of course, but before we go, anything we forgot? Any additional plugs you want to make, or...
Ooh, okay. Cannabis Emporium for the papers. My girlfriend, love you, Sasha. Smoke Princess Toronto on Instagram. Who's actually also working at the Church Street Cannabis Culture location, if you want to say hi.
Oh, what's up to Church Street? What's
yeah.
up, y'all?
Pure Hemp and Smoking Papers, of course. If you guys are watching,
What's up,
thank you
Marc?
very
What's up,
much.
Alex? What's up, Rolly? What's up, everybody?
Yeah, for sure.
Shouts to the sport.
I'm probably forgetting somebody really important too.
And what are you out here for, by the way? We never asked. What brings you to the coast here for a minute?
Oh no, it was literally like they were like, yeah, the show's called Expert Joints. I was like, I'm going. I want to be on it.
So you just came out basically just to come kick it out here with us?
Yeah, no, like the minute that I found out that there was a show called Expert Joints, I was like tuning in, and then I was like, oh, this would be perfect for me.
Dope. That's fantastic, man. This is the absolute perfect platform, man.
I'm happy to be here.
As soon as I heard about you, I'm like, I need this fool on my show. That's super cool, man. I love it. I should be rolling up another joint from the guys from Potent. I'll do that in a minute here. But let's jump to a break. Cody, you've been a lot of fun. You're going to be out here for a few days. Have you ever been to Stanley Park?
Maybe. I've been here a few times, but I don't know if I've ever like just hung out there.
Fair enough. You're familiar with it, though.
Yeah. I think I like walked or remember walking by it.
Fair enough. Well, it's a pretty cool place. As locals, a lot of places go there, and it's actually the subject of this week's Locally Lifted.
Hey everybody, what's up? This is me, Craig X, aka the expert of expert joints, and we're here in Stanley Park for another edition of Locally Lifted Joints. And I'm here in Stanley Park, Vancouver's beautiful Stanley Park, 1,000-acre park right in the middle of Vancouver. Absolutely fantastic. It's actually a national historic site and one of the most amazing places you'll ever find in Vancouver. Great place to wander around. Nicely toasted. Hang out with us this week on Locally Lifted. We're going to take a look at one of the most impressive sites that you'll ever want to see while you're baked here in BC. Check it out. This is Lord Stanley, Governor General of Canada, at the time anyway. Back in 1888 when this park was founded, he was the namesake. And eventually he would be the same gentleman who donated the Stanley Cup for those who are into hockey. Yes, Stanley Cup, Stanley Park, all related. Now all we need is the Vancouver Canucks to win it for a change. I like to come here and smoke a joint. I got a few really, really key spots that I really enjoy, and I'm going to take you to some of them. Vancouver, Stanley Park, neighbors, English Bay, Cole Harbour. Cole Harbour includes the Vancouver Rowing Club, Cole Harbour Marina, and is the edge of downtown Vancouver. Stanley Park is so big and there's so much to see and do here. Luckily they got a map and you can get all kinds of information on all the attractions that you see, except for the cool places to smoke weed, which is just between me and you. Stanley Park has a long history as being actually used as a strategic military outpost and base throughout wartime, going back to World War II, World War I, and earlier. So the 9 totem poles here at Brockton Point are BC's most visited attraction, and the collection dates back to the 1920s. Very, very cool. So you know I smoke cannons, but that's an actual cannon. That's the famous 9 o'clock gun. Every night at 9 o'clock, it goes boom, and we go, what the hell was that? Back in war times, that was an indicator to turn off your lights so the attacking enemy U-boats that were posted up off the west coast wouldn't see so many lights and we wouldn't be such a target. Tradition continues and goes back from our military heritage on to today. So this is the Brockton Point Lighthouse, and it's a really, really cool view. Gorgeous little spot. You can see West Vancouver, North Vancouver, all the way through down to the Second Narrows Bridge. It's a fantastic point. Great spot for a lighthouse, oddly enough. A great place for a view. Now, a good place to come smoke a joint if it's not too busy as well. Behind us there's a park with some benches, and down around here there's some pretty cool railings and shit that have a few little hidden pathways that, again, if it's not too busy, beautiful place to smoke a joint. Come take a look. See, pretty cool little spot here underneath the stairs when you just want a great view and a nice little place to partake. I like to come here and light up, a little bit out of the wind. And the scenery is breathtaking. The Vancouver Aquarium is one of the single most famous things in Stanley Park in Vancouver and British Columbia in general. It has been around since the 50s, undergone major renovations throughout its life, and though controversial to some, is a hugely popular destination with tourists. And if you're toasted and looking for something, okay, well now what do? I'm all high and I want to see some shit. Go look at the fishies and the whales and the dolphins and all the cool sea life and shit they got in here. Or come out here and protest if you're against that sort of stuff. That's your choice. That's what Vancouver does. Anyway, regardless, millions of people come through these doors every year, and you might want to too. So the story goes, much of what is now West Vancouver, British properties, was owned by the Guinness family. That's right, Guinness. And they spent $1 million to build the Lionsgate Bridge, and then sold it back to, I think, the city of Vancouver for $1. The most difficult question to ask: what is tougher? What is more congested? The traffic on the bridge, or the people taking a picture of the bridge? Apparently I'm famous in Japan. So you've been out at Stanley Park for a while. You need batteries for your camera, or snack, or some souvenirs, restaurants, bathroom breaks. You pop up to the Prospect Point Cafe. You know, I just can't bear it when the police mess with my kind. So depending on how busy it is up here, it's a little too busy right now. I'm good with smoking a joint right here. But when you want something a little quieter, a little bit more out of sight, just down the stairs, down here, the gardens give ample opportunities for some quality consumption. Stanley Park. Could it be any more beautiful? Fuck, I love it here. And you will too. And maybe sometimes you just want to sit down and smoke a joint while you swing. I've heard of stranger things. So as you're cruising around Stanley Park, and you're probably 3/4 of the way around, just a little bit past Prospect Point and the Lionsgate Bridge, you'll do a little doop-de-doo, and you'll notice this sign that says the Prospect Point picnic area where we just were. Well, right across from that is a little cutout in the trees. And people often ask me where my favorite place to blaze is in Stanley Park. I'm going to show you. This is my absolute #1 favorite place in Stanley Park to blaze a joint at. And this is where the windstorm, December 15th, 2006, wiped out nearly 10,000 trees. Hurricane-force winds came through here. It was a hell of a storm. I haven't seen anything like it. And this was one of the most devastated areas. Not bad, right? So, can you hotbox what's left of a hollow tree? You want to sit down and do somewhere fancy? Come to the tea house. After you pass the tea house and turn right, wind down the hill, and you end up down here at Third Beach. A very well-known part of Stanley Park is Vancouver's Third Beach. Super cool spot to come watch the sunsets from, come watch fireworks from, come smoke weed at, come to drum circles at, hang out with your friends. Very, very popular, right off the actual seawall, right in the sand, watching the waves come in, big old tankers out in the ocean. Come on, man, let's go. Yep, it's as cold as it looks. What more can you ask for than this? It's literally like living on a postcard. Come on down, man. Check out Third Breach. Check out Stanley Park. You're out for a day, you want to go for a walk, go for a bike ride, take the dog for a stroll, go on a date, just need somewhere to post up and smoke a doob. Man, just smoking a joint right along the wall. It's great. As is popping down to the beach, pulling up on a bench along the way, digging through your pockets for a lighter. That's definitely something you should check out. Breathtaking. And exercise is good for you too. So you saw me at the 420 Cup the other day with the Cannabis Growers of Canada 420 Cannabis Cup and Golf Tournament out at the Squamish Valley Golf Club. That was super awesome. Check the replay. Shouts to Cannabis Life Network for making that happen. I got kind of a thing now for pitch and putt, but the way I like it, I call it pitch and puff. And away we go. You know, the pitching is good, and so is the putting. But my favorite part has got to be the puffing. Sure is a lot to see and do. A lot of great places to sit down and smoke a joint. It's nice to see. Of course, we're shooting this in mid-afternoon, but could you imagine? Just picture the sunset here looks like right now. Well, that's Stanley Park, or at least most of it anyway. For the rest of it, you'll have to come see it yourself, or maybe we'll come back and do this all again. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Locally Lifted. I am Craig X, you are watching Expert Joints Live, and this has been Stanley Park. Breathtaking, fantastic, wonderful, beautiful. You can't. Back to the studio.
Yeah, it'll fade out eventually. You get it. Anyway, that's Locally Lifted this week. Stanley Park, not bad, hey? Kind of cool. Cody, think you want to go check that place out?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. J-Mac, you know what it looks like, man. Locally Lifted. Boom. Check it out, man. It's a cool place. We like the Stanley Park, man. Some good places. Y'all have fun. Wreck Beach. No, I'm gonna do a bunch of them. I'm gonna do Commercial Drive. I'll do Kitsilano. I'll do Granville Island. I'll do Gastown. We'll probably take on the shore. We'll go to Whistler. We'll go to Vancouver Island. We'll go to Victoria. We're going to do all kind of take it with me. I want to take this segment around the world and like ahead of time. And like, let's say I come to Ottawa.
Yeah.
And then what I want to do is I want to shoot it when I get to Ottawa, hanging out with a local from their town. And instead of it being me local in my town, it's, well, I'm local with this dude in his town, and they're going to show me what's going on here. So thank you guys for the respect in the chat room. I appreciate you guys liking the video. I'm trying to always dial up these productions and shit. And yeah, that's a little something I came up with the homies. Got the homeboy March to help shoot it. Thank you very much, homie. Appreciate that. And yeah, so that was good. This is good. So the body is out. Just the legs are going, but it's making what is a little bit harder to draw because you're sucking all the extra air. So I'm using this as a little bit of like a carb cap. I'm tempted to knock the legs off and just smoke the rest of those after in a second. I'm also kind of like, just at this point, honestly, it's cool. It's doing its thing. But I kind of want to save them a little bit. I kind of just like it's a little tripod joint right now.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to just let him sit there and pause for a minute while I go ahead and roll up something else. Today we are sampling products from back to this cam and click to this button and click to this one and Potent Industries. We are checking them out if you're over the age of 19. PotentIndustries.com at Potent Industry across the social medias. Of course, if you choose to do so. That's what we're smoking on today here, man. Pretty good products. We've had them before. Be on the chat. They're from the Great Canadian Canna Mall out in Victoria, which is a beautiful place, which is the same sort of general area where last week's guest, Smiling Buddha's from. Smiling Buddha is in the chat room. What's up, Buddha, Buddha, Buddha? Also is the Weed Queen. I'm still waiting for you to call me, girlfriend. It's in safekeeping. So, So, Buddha, you want the purple T-Rex? Cody says.
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
So, tell you what.
Purple's an interesting color, though. There's some like caveats to that.
We'll figure it out. Well, maybe at least with some purple weed, it'll help. Also, going down tomorrow is coincidentally the Smiling Buddha fundraiser in conjunction with Thompson Caribou at the Great Canadian Canna Mall at the Green Ceiling in Victoria. Charity poker, cannagars, TCC syrup bar, live tattoos, glass blowing, prizes, more. Me, charity poker game, all the fucking good times. Potent Industries, King Cobra Glass, Canna events. Buddha, can I bring Cody with me? Please? He'll do party tricks. See, look at this face. How you gonna say no to the little face over here with the face? Come on now, Buddha. I think they'll hook you up. I think Buddha gonna bring you. Buddha bless. There you go. You got the official. Please do. So there you go. Cody Van Gogh will be tomorrow out in Victoria doing your damn thing at the Green Ceiling, rolling joints all fucking day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. You want to meet Cody Van Gogh? Come down, kick it with the man himself tomorrow in Victoria, and you can get to rolling any kinds of things that the Buddha wants. Can you roll a Buddha? Roll a fat little Buddha, just chilling. If you can roll that, you're extra good, man. And it's gonna be a great event. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up soon. We're gonna talk about the infamous Black Diesel. Ooh. All right, put this in the bud cam. This looks good. This looks good in the motherfucker, too. Okay. Now, this one is quite delicious looking. I'll put it up here for a second so I'll see. Bam. But see, it doesn't focus. I don't have the autofocus on. So that's why I said fuck it and got the bud cam, which is way better. Brought to you by Potent Industries. PotentIndustry.com, at Potent Industry, all over the social media, doing it and killing it, loving it. The Black Diesel strain is a proud winner of multiple cannabis cups, solidifying its regal position within the cannabis world. Bred using genetics of NYC Diesel, Black Diesel's dense purple flowers have not only an impressive appearance, but also an intense, flavorful pungence with sour and fruity undertones. Bred by advanced seeds, this plant yield struggles with mold resistance, but compensates with a high yield and THC content. Although Black Diesel produces some traditionally indica effects, patients often find this strain to be well balanced, beginning with an intense sativa onset, followed by a heavy lidded indica lull. Perfect! Exactly what you need. Get you all high and burning the fuck out. Wow! Cody Van Gogh still with us here. I'm going to roll this up here. We did locally lifted. I don't know about you, Cody Van Gogh. I should have used that time a little bit better in this segment. But, luckily, what's cool is you can just roll this. And,
yeah, I'm down.
And which is good because the next segment after coming up right now, so I got two segments now. I got one coming up, and then the next one is Rolling with the Expert, which I've been calling people out on social media all week anyway. So this is your chance to roll the Black Diesel from Potent Industries as your entry into Rolling with the Expert. Now, I don't want no fancy motherfucker.
Okay.
I just want what Cody sits down at home and just rolls a standard, like classic, like your go-to, just as your signature.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, unless you smoke a fucking T-Rex every morning when you get up or before you go to bed, I just want that joint.
For sure.
So whatever you need, roll that up.
Can I give a quick shout out to somebody that I forgot to give one to earlier?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead, do it anyway.
Okay. Follow National Joint League if you're interested in like creative rolling at all. Basically, where it all goes down, like where we actually compete for this sort of thing, and like a big reason why a lot of people do it is for National Joint League. So you can see them nationaljointleague.com or follow them on Instagram, the National Joint League. Or National Joint League, I think it is now. They recently had to restart their account because Instagram deletes people every once in a while.
Sometimes it happens.
But yeah, check out National Joint League if you're interested in creative rolling. Check out all the guys that I roll with. We're good buds. I like those guys. Check them out too. You can find us all in National Joint League. Thanks.
Good buds. Good buds to have,
buds,
man.
exactly.
Good buds in the joint cam. I moved the camera back out a little bit. A quick question before I roll on to the next segment. How fast can you roll like a regular joint? I mean, if it's already ground up or from grind to finish or?
Oh, I mean, like, do you want me to roll quick?
No.
I usually take my time with it, but it's like 2 minutes. I guess.
It was in the chat. In the chat. Okay, it was in the chat.
Yeah.
No, I don't want this in competition.
I don't really speed roll. A lot of people tell me I'm a slow roller.
That's
if anything.
fine. You just take your time, man. We got lots of time, man. That's what we're here for. And that gives me a chance to jump to the. I should have done this during the segment in the video break, but I got all sidetracked with the Pegasus joint. That's okay. Today it's Chronic Cooking, and we are featuring chimichurri witches. Chimichurri witch. Basically, chimichurri tuna sandwiches. They're really good. They're tasty. They're simple. And basically, the chimichurri is a super good way to spice up something kind of boring, kind of like, a lot of things can be in life, with something that's a little tastier, a little more delicious, and gets you high. Plus, there's certain ways that you can incorporate olive oil into things, and then chimichurri is really good. And the Neff recipe comes from Neff, so he took it on this week. So I should have made these during the break, but I'm got enough for everybody. Got enough for everybody. So it's cool. Well, he rolls that up. I'm going to make a sandwich. As I probably do rolling with the expert as well, too. It'll be good times. I forgot about this. I was a little high and not paying attention for a minute, which I, in hindsight, now regret. I dropped the bread. Exactly. I dropped the ball. I should have made this while we were watching the video and just came back to eating a sandwich. That was supposed to be it.
How big was that T-Rex, though?
That T-Rex was really big, and I got really high, so it happened. So blame that one on Cody. Sandwiches. Super good. Do you really have to say it? Do you not think I'm going to already make it there, man? Come on, man. So in the bunch of fresh ingredients, you got a bunch of veggies, some parsley and some lettuce, and some oregano, all the green stuff, tomatoes and onions, and of course tuna, some chili powder, some chili flakes, as well as the little mustard, some pickles, all the general standard ingredients that you use for tuna salad and shit. But the chimichurri stuff is basically parsley. Well, you'll see the recipe in a minute. Parsley and some seasoning, and it's all good. Sandwich time. So, boom. What also is important is the honest, in this case, the Honest Miss Envy olive oil. Oh, it's so good. You got to have that in there. That weedifies it up, because otherwise it's just regular. It's just regular, and that's not nearly as good. So, now I like these toasted, but of course, while you're at the studio, it's tough to bring a toaster. So, in this particular case, we're just gonna have that in. That's cool. So I brought my little little foil bag, little cooler bag and shit like that. Put a couple of ice packs in it to keep it all nice and fresh. Shouts to the homie Neff for hooking it up. Good recipe. Shouts to Miss Envy for the delicious ingredient. The delicious olive oil that spiced this shit the fuck up. Okay, so super simple. What did you miss? Barcode teacup? No, chilling like a vision. What did you miss? You missed lunchtime, bro. We're hungry. We're making snacks, B. So yeah, chop up the parsley and the oregano and the onions and the chili flakes and mash that shit together. And some olive oil. And essentially, that is your chimichurri. Super good. Let that shit chill for a minute. A little bit of mustard with tuna. I know, John Farrow, now it's a little bit weird, but I never used to too. But just a little bit, and it gives a little bit of tang, just to kind of unbland it just a little bit. So then, obviously, you got your tuna salad. You can't have a tuna sandwich without no tuna salad. A little pickles, a little onions in there, a little bit of apple in there, a little bit. I think in this case, I put a little bit of hot sauce in there, just by a little on request. A little pinch of salt and pepper. Ain't nothing, right? Just delicious little tuna. Chances why we picked this recipe is because chances are you got a can of tuna sitting around your house. The fuck was that? Who in the hell just tried to break into here? Something just went crash, boom, bang. J-Mac, go fucking knock somebody out. And, yeah. So anyway, I was supposed to do these during the break. Now I feel a little silly. We're supposed to be eating. But that's cool. At this point, he's rolling a joint, which will be dessert. I'm going to make some sandwiches. It's getting so good. I can't already taste it. I had one of these last night. I was fucking starved. Okay. So yes, whether you like mustard on yours or not, personal preference. I do. I like them. I think it gives a little bite. Then, bam, the precious chimichurri. A little grainy goodness. Oh, can you smell it? The garlic in there is pretty good. Didn't go crazy, but it hits. And then, yeah, that's the tuna ingredients we had in there. Of course, the honest olive oil as well, too. All mashed up as well, which you saw me put on a plate. Then, basically, it's just, assembling a sandwich. Ain't nothing. You all know how to make a sandwich. Slap them shits together. Boom. It's delicious. Recipe's going to come up in a second as soon as I put this up. Y'all didn't expect to tune into a cooking show. That's okay. I wanted to make these earlier, but then they're going to get all soggy and shit if they just sat around all day. I don't know how spicy or how much you like it, but it gives it a nice little bite, a little flavor to it. Plus, with the honest olive oil in it, it's weed infused. So the shit gets you high as shit because it's all got all the olive oil in it. And it's really good, and they make a fantastic product. So shouts to Miss Envy. Check out Miss Envy Botanicals all over the social medias. It's actually missenvy.ca. And joints. Joints. Pre-sandwich joint, my favorite. Pre-sandwich joints, my favorite. A little bit of lettuce and tomato. So good. You guys hungry? I know I'm hungry. Everyone's just sitting here. The room is silent. Everyone's just like, oh, fuck, I could totally go for
amazing.
a sandwich right now.
Yeah.
I did not expect this at all.
Exactly.
Surprise, motherfuckers. J-Mac is actually drooling right now. The chat is actually kind of pissed at me, yet at the same time, because part of them are jealous and part of them are kind of bored. They're like, shut the fuck up with your stupid sandwiches. I just came to turn into a weed show. Well, it's my show, and I'm hungry. And if you can't appreciate the fact that we're hungry after smoking a fucking T-Rex and now we need a fucking sandwich, then you can shut the fuck up. Then, That's what I got to say about that. Yes, making sandwiches live on Facebook. People are really going to be like, and YouTube, people are going to be looking around like, what the fuck is he doing? All right. You're going to tell me that. There you go. Boom.
Oh,
J-Mac, could you maybe
very
go run and grab
much.
some paper towel for us or something, homie?
This looks delicious.
Yeah, well, I'll probably.
Tastes really good.
The verdict from the guest.
Oh man, 100%, like 5-star.
5-star tuna sandwich,
Yeah.
bro. 5-star tuna sandwich, bro.
You could open a restaurant.
There you go. Fuck it. You got meat and bread next door. We got tuna and bread right here. So it is delicious. I want to take some more out to the fucking chat room or out into the lounge, but I already would have had this done if I could have, but now I can't. There's food everywhere, all the table and shit. Like that smells all garlicky in here now. We're gonna have to deal with that later. Everyone just gets to eat after. In the meantime, let me quickly clean this up for a second. And put the lid back on. And then I'm gonna eat my sandwich. And J-Mac gonna eat his sandwich. And Cody eating his sandwich already. Cody's like, fuck you guys. I'm eating my sandwich, goddammit.
That's a good sandwich. I like it.
Cody ain't mad at the sandwich. Thanks, man. All right.
Probably should have asked how medicated it was.
Oh, in this particular case, I
Now that I'm
didn't
halfway
make
through it.
I didn't make it mind-meltingly because we got a show to do. But you can season the taste, and depending on how strong your shit is. So
Cool.
and Marijuana Mom. Now we got this in here for a second. Marijuana Mom, show us to Marijuana Mom connected to the Smiling Buddha event. In the chat room, basically called it out. Show it to Cody for the raffle donation for the charity event for Buddha tomorrow night. Yes. So not only has he donated stuff to it, but he's going to be there now, too.
Yeah,
Tell him,
exactly.
please.
Well, yeah, I'm donating. Should I get them out again?
No, but you can in a minute.
Oh.
As soon as you do, while you do that, I got to put the fucking, finish your sandwich for a little bit of minute here. We're going to fucking, after that, you're going to tell us more about it. And
Okay.
here's the recipe, guys. Boom. You eat that. I'm going to fucking set this joint down for 1 second. And finally have a bite. Everyone else, J-Mac, good? J-Mac says, quote, oh my God, what? Oh my God, what? So, huh? Parsley, oregano, garlic, chili flakes, red wine vinegar, Miss Honest olive oil. 1 bunch, half bunch, 2 cloves, large pinch, 3/4 teaspoon, 1 bottle, respectively. A can of tuna, some pickles, some onions, some mayonnaise, some mustard, salt and pepper, a little more olive oil. That's the chimichurri and the tuna mixture, respectively. Lettuce, tomato. This is sourdough bread, mustard. Chop it all together. Make it all delicious. I'd chill the chimichurri for like 20, 30 minutes just to like let it set up and stuff. But it's super good. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know I did. It's good. It's good. There's only so many things that I
That's
can
solid.
cook with and like have it be like okay to bring with you, or you can cook later or be cold. Like we're a stove here and ship. And cater my weed funeral. So yes, we do the locally lifted, new and cook him. Quite the production value we got going on right now. All right, this is a perfect chance to do this.
The experts, rolling with the experts.
Expert advice?
Smoking with the experts.
Expert assistance?
The experts, rolling with the experts.
Practice rolling joints
Smoking with the experts.
with persistence.
The experts, rolling with the experts.
Learn to roll a joint
You're smoking with the experts.
when it's
The
done.
experts, rolling with the experts.
Well put together.
Smoking with the experts.
Well put together. Put together.
Still chowing on this sandwich. Roll with the expert. When we show our user-submitted videos from the week. Johnny B's now. Johnny, did you come for a sandwich, bro? There's a mic over there. All right, baby. What's going on, big man?
I need a bong rip really badly.
Need a bong rip really bad? Shatter.
Here's some
Read.
boba packs.
Boba to pack. Get you a boba to pack.
Get your boba pack.
Boba2inc.com.
Is it? He would know, because I don't. I'm talking into a bong.
I'm talking to a bong. There's a microphone over there. Cody, could you grab that cord over on the chair there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, John. You want a sandwich, buddy?
Yeah, what kind of sandwich?
It's a chimichurri tuna sandwich.
Wow.
Chimmy tuna witch, medicated.
Is that? No, I don't need a medicated sandwich right now. Did you make that sandwich?
I did not make that sandwich, no.
You didn't make the sandwich.
No, Craig made the sandwich.
You made the sandwich?
It's delicious, though.
Wow. You look pretty. Yeah, I ran here to come see you.
Oh.
Actually, I just wanted a dab. And this guy's been hitting me up with questions all like week. Oh.
Yeah,
On my Instagram, he's like,
the expert.
I want to ask you a question. I'm like, I'm no expert. He goes, apparently you might know some things. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, man. I wanted to see the. We'll get you on Ask the Expert coming up soon. But this week is Rolling with the Expert. Cody Van Gogh rolled up some joints. I want to see after you take this dab. I want to see a Johnny B joint. You can have a sandwich if you want. Right now, we're starting to look.
I can roll a fatty.
There you go. Well, right now, while you take that doob, we're going to look at some of the joints that people submitted this week on Rolling with the Expert. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. There you go. 514 Boogeyman 710 on Insta. What's up, Boog? There's your little twisted joint right there. Right there. Got a little twizzle on it.
Okay, I came in for a toke. Be back.
Thanks, Johnny B. We'll see you in a minute.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, dude. You rock.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Marc, wouldn't you know, he's got a blue Lift Medtainer in the background, a pack of black smoking SMK papers. And a couple
Marc,
well-known-
who's Marc's from where?
That's Marc from Smoking Papers.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, well, he's gonna win something, but he just rocked it right there. Marc, you rock.
There you go.
See you next week.
Perfect timing. He's watching everything.
You rock, man. I got some rolly papers right here.
Woo! I love him.
Smoking bread.
There we go. Doing it. Johnny's going to roll a joint. Hit me back. So good. Okay. Hey, there we go. Boom. Benzosa, our homegirl Benzosa from Blue Team Blue. Shouts to BTB. This is an oil and herb joint rolled by her homeboy Psycho Scode. What's up, Psycho Scode? What's up, Manny Boy Fresh? What's up, Callie? What's up, the whole BTB movement? BTB. Boom. Capital Cannabis. That's something to stand up and be proud about. Again, spinning a little shatskis around the rim. Connor Bayer with the strawberry papers. Now, do you ever use the imagey ones? They're probably not as handy. The solid colors are more likely much more useful for you.
Like
these juicies have the prints, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Not especially. There's a few that you can kind of get away with because they're kind of like the juicy milk chocolate. It's kind of orange. There's a little bit of white in there, but it's mostly orange. But mostly prints you kind of avoid. Though I have been looking for ways to texture things, I guess, with them. Yeah, I feel but yeah, I haven't found much success doing that. So mostly I try to stick to solid colors.
Shouts to Connor.Bayer on Instagram for that one. And then Dawson Harris 17. Nice little stubby little fatty there. Doobie SKS, what's up to Doobie from Status Crew, the homeboy. Somebody's got my lighter around here. Probably you there, Van Gogh.
Oh, was it me?
Oh
shit, yeah, my bad.
This guy.
My
you
bad.
leave him
No, I'm usually
really
really, really good about that too.
I joke.
Oh man.
Shouts to Doobie, check out Status Crew. Shouts to Hope as well too. Ganja Babe, Ming, your Ottawa brethren. What goes on, girlfriend? Our expert contributor. Pulling my style with the joint hanging off the lip. I love it. Smoking on some pink kush and some GSC live resin in the J.
Nice.
God damn. Katana Verde. I like the pictures. I like the joints. You know who this is. This is our girlfriend Isabel. Hey, Isabel S. with the photos. That's right.
That's nice and clean too.
Thank you.
I like that one.
It's a very nice photo. I like the the tray or the desk or the table or trunk or whatever lid that it's on. The box cover. Very nice. Shouts, Izzy. Thank you for sending them up. What's up? Ming's in the chat room right now. She saw that. That's right. Yeah, what's up, Ming? And yeah, what's up, Izzy? That's you. Boom. Green Fingers 0930 on Instagram. A nice fat blunt. He's like, I don't roll joints, but I roll blunts. Okay. Send that shit in. Boom. And check this out. Whoa. You know who that is? You know who Guy in Vancouver on Twitter is? No? Skill testing question. Guy in Vancouver. First person. Come on, let's hear it. Somebody's got to know. Okay, if he didn't have hair, maybe you would recognize him. Picture him without hair. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Freddie Pritchard, the Weed King. That's Freddie Pritchard back in 2004 holding up a 100-gram joint at Queen's Park in Toronto. Shouts to the king. Yes, it's Freddie. What's up, Frederick, with hair? Checking the young, svelte-looking feller there a couple years back. What's going on, the Weed Queen? She's like, oh, my God, I remember him. What happened to him? My husband used to look good. Oh, man, I love it. Look at this guy. Looking fresh. The king when he was still the prince. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Next. Boom. Blunt by Kevin Tebbings, 97. Holding up a blunt in the back seat. That's a good place for it. This is a nice place for a blunt. Lady D. See, she got it all dusted and shit, too. It's nice.
I like that.
Oh, it's a nice one. That's kind of one of my favorites in there. And check this out. Mr. Glass. You got to know Master Glass. Everybody knows Master Glass. What's up, Master Glass?
Yeah. Hey.
Master Glass, the 95-gram joint. Look at the giant field tip on the end of it. I don't know if it's a funky field tip, but yeah, man, out of 420 Toronto movement, you see there. The big giant raw. It looks like it's tied up with hen paper. They had to tie the filter into it. The 95-grammer.
Oh,
Boom.
wait. Did he blow the glass filter for it?
I'm not. He might have. Look at that. There is a big giant glass filter on it. It could have been something he did.
Maybe it's just like a Ruhr bong.
Right? I don't know. Maybe, or the biggest funky field tip you ever seen.
that's
Opie
dope,
Taylor
bro.
420 is trying to pass us the blunt or pass us the joint. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We'll smoke it would you come
Nice.
through. And the Ganja Collective sent us a bunch of them. I like that they're labeled and it's underneath on the filter, right? So gum, part of bubble gum, some various cushes. Looks like some jacks, a bob of some sorts. I like it that you know what you're smoking because you remember because you put them in a bag and all of a sudden it's like, oh, where they all go. And then that's yeah. Then you got one that's about to come up here. Let me turn this off. So show us how does a Cody? Where is it?
If you reverse roll them, you can label them with stuff, and then you're just gonna burn off the excess paper.
So show that again.
Okay, so this joint here, it's reverse rolled, so it can be labeled, right? So, I put my markers away, but like you could write what strain it was on that, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what you write it in, really, as long because you're just gonna
Yeah,
like
no,
burn
we get
off
it
the
right
excess
on the little
paper.
leaf there. What the kind of strain is, and then it just burns away.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right.
I love doing that.
So that's a great. I mean, now I gotta check, man. Is that your submission for your rolling with the expert? Is that a Cody Van Gogh?
Yeah,
Nice.
This is like my typical like daily driver. It's plumbed and reverse rolled, which I really don't think like those like are tricks so much because it doesn't really
No.
add time or make anything.
No, that's technique,
flashy.
man. That's just
Yeah.
useful technique, man. There's no
Yeah.
gimmick to that.
And I totally just recommend doing that to all your joints because that way you don't get any runs, less resin buildup. Like that's my go-to roll. It's just a reverse rolled plumber's joint. Funny thing is, like when I roll joints like this, like I don't even think I'm that great. Like they're never like
me see.
super perfect.
It ain't bad, but I mean, yeah. There's, again,
Yeah.
it's not perfect, but
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. It's better than 95% of the probably smokers out there could ever try and hope to do.
Well,
but there's a couple marks on it.
The key
but-
thing is like I think it's actually gonna burn and smoke better than anything else.
which is the important part.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the other one that you have is good, except for the fact of me talking it out and shit like that a bunch. No, that's cool.
It
man.
happens.
That's really cool. I think that's good. Oh, there was also a video. That's what there was. Here, let's watch this one for a second. There was a few people who sent in a familiar face or two.
Purple drink, I still sip. Purple weed, blunt still lit. Real nigga.
Hello, Shotgun Facelift. I'm going to show you guys how I roll my joints. Right here we have some Smiling Buddha Purple Grizzly with a chunk of Nukin in it, just so you can see how purple the Grizzly really is. Now, first off, make a trough. For me, this determines how big the joint is going to be. It's going to be as big as that trough is. As you can see, the glue is facing you, not me. The reason for that, you'll see. Now, myself, I make 2 mountains and leave the center empty. That way I don't get pregnant joints. This space where my finger is will be where the filter goes. Now why I'm rolling backwards is right here. I roll with my fingers, not my thumbs. See how much quicker that was? Rolling with my fucking fingers. We got a raw tip filter. And there you have it, rolled backwards.
see you, I get a bad vibe. Someone else, see your stupid ass, and I know you try to be bad.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Shouts to Kush Queen, shouts to Shotgun Facelift, and shouts to Tamaritash. What's up, everybody? Thanks very much for everybody who sent in this week for Rolling with the Expert. At this point, what is the expert rolling? Well, that's a good question. I am rolling up weed from the good folks at Potent Industries. Make sure you check them out. PotentIndustries.com, at Potent Industries across social media. If you're over the age of 19 and you choose to do so, it's your jam. If you don't have to. But, you know, if you would like to, this is where we've got this, and it's been good. And in the bud cam right now. Oh, what is this? Oh, what is this? Wait, we've seen this before. This looks familiar to me. That is the Grizzly Purple. We saw some Purple Grizzly. That's why that's exactly the same. But last week the Buddhas came with some Purple Grizzly, and now this is some Grizzly Purple. So it's maybe the exact opposite of last week. Could be. Sure, May Moneyweather, get them to holler at us. We'll make it happen. That looks like Purple Grizzly. And Marijuana Mom says, and Isabel says, Super Grizzly Purple. Oh, everybody's on the Grizzly Purples. Well, they say Blimburn breeders crossed kosher G13 and the best purple. Their result is a remarkable auto-flowering Grizzly Purple strain. It is a 75% sativa, or indica, and 25% sativa hybrids, offering enormous yield and powerful, relaxing stone. Plant needs 65 to 70 days to mature. This flavor is citric and bitter fruity. This hybrid performs well indoor and outdoor, and is among the connoisseurs' favorites for its powerful and relaxing effects. Helps with sleep, disorders, pain, and stress. It's actually sleep disorders, pain, and stress. But you know, I just felt like saying it because they're stupid. But nevertheless, it looks good. We've had some shit just like this before, and it's probably going to be just as good again today. If you want some, in this case, same. Oh, it is the same. Same. Correct. It is. Yes, it is. Then this is the same as the Purple Grizzly we had last week. Maybe they just wrote it on the bag wrong. Man, yeah. Always good weed. Super purple. Like, when it's broke up, it is super purple.
I'm a big fan of that.
So I'm going to put like a nug of some Hindu Kush here just so you can see. Like, this isn't the brightest of all weeds in the world, but just so you guys can like see the difference between the two of them on the largest scale. Like, you
could do so many creative things with that.
I think that's where your purple fucking T-Rex is going to come from.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, shit me right now. Look at the difference in colors in that. Wow. Anyway, it's cool. Super cool. So cool. So cool right now. There we go. Moving along. Moving forward. On to the show. Yeah. Marijuana arrests in the U.S. are now the lowest since the 90s, apparently, as the country with the highest incarceration rate in the world. It should be no surprise there are still thousands of people every year going to jail over simple possession of cannabis, even after 4 states and the District of Columbia have all legalized adult cannabis possession and use of. And we still see high impact and on and on and on. And you know, of course, Canada is supposed to be moving towards legalization too, but we're still arresting people. But I guess at the rates, they are down significantly. I can't really say it. It went down, but in 2007, 800,000 plus people were arrested. 872,000 people were arrested in the United States for the marijuanas. In 2015, it dropped to 643,000. when you look at continue on, it's still 90% of all drug arrests and all the bullshit, and it shouldn't be continuing along. But numbers are down, whether that's because less people are getting caught, it's being less heavily regulated or enforced by some police. We're hearing some stories of judges throwing out things for simple possession as well, too. But yes, more states are legalizing as well. So, I mean, exactly, Isabella, it's still fucked up. That's the whole point. It needs to be no more arrests. It needs to be at the lowest arrest rates of all time. 0. That's what we're looking for, which is sort of what New Jersey is apparently working indirectly towards, if you look at it. New Jersey bill would legalize pot, expunge existing marijuana crimes. Bold legislations. Okay, talk much. Bold legislation introduced in New Jersey last week would not only treat cannabis like tobacco, legalizing it, but would expunge records for individuals previously convicted of certain marijuana-related crimes. Should the bill A4193 pass, convenience stores would be permitted to sell cannabis alongside cigarettes available to anyone to age 19 or older. The bill would legalize marijuana by removing all criminal liability associated with marijuana from the New Jersey Code of Criminal Justice, as well as regulation of controlled substances, controlled dangerous substance under the Controlled Substance Act, and blah, 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 all the shit that goes with it. Uh-oh. I lost the utensil of sauce. Oh, there it is. Anyway, but the important part is that the fact that they're trying to talk about is on the surface is when they completely expunge it, it would make all previous records go away. I mean, probably to a certain point. They don't get into full details, but anyway, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? There's so much money left over in Colorado from marijuana. How much money? So much money that surplus cannabis taxes are now planning to be used to combat school bullying. Good way to spend some money, I think. I think that's a safe way to spend if we got a few extra $100 gajillion fucking dollars in taxes that Colorado generates every 13 minutes. Colorado has a surplus of cannabis tax revenue that totals around $65 million due to the passage of proposition last year. Colorado, the state gets to keep these taxes and decide how they're used. Is going to announce that roughly $3 million of this money will be used for bullying prevention programs in public schools. So, good idea, if you ask me.
Great idea.
Right? Good use of some money. What's up, John? How's things, buddy?
You know.
Living the dream? Everything well? Do you need to pull up a chair? There's chairs over there if you need it.
Let me tell you how.
Oh, you're not on the screen here,
I
brother.
can see that. I had to kind of lean
We're in the
over.
middle of the news break, but please go ahead.
News break?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's news that you're here.
There's so much stuff going on with the news and stuff like that. Of course, what happened today.
Yeah, Peterborough. We touched on that earlier.
You touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
That I can't talk about anything else then.
No, just to mention, go ahead, give us your thoughts on it. I mean, it's fucked up. They shut it down. A couple days later, they open back up. Within a couple days, they shut it back down again.
Well, you know what?
Peterborough's not fucking around, apparently.
Well, what's happening is what Health Canada. I was on the phone yesterday for 45 minutes with Health Canada when they made that statement about you cannot have any testing and you cannot test. Well, that is for individuals who do not have a legal permit for cannabis to hold or possess or to grow. So someone like myself with an MMAR, I asked straight out, said, I have my own gas chromatography 8106C. I test my own product.
Yeah.
They put me on hold twice. They had to go and talk to higher up. And as long as I don't test for anybody else, I'm able to test my own product. And because I am MMAR and I do possess a license, I can have a credible lab also test my cannabis. And they told me that straight out, and I filmed it. So
I love this guy.
Well, you know, I had to ask some questions. I had to know what was going on. And as it stands right now, I mean, that's the news that I read 2 days ago that was official that you cannot, there was a Health Canada release on how they're not able, it was illegal to test cannabis. But it is not if you are MMAR or if you are a legal card holder, you can use a credible lab because you are not illegal, you are a legal source of cannabis. It states illegal source. So these clubs, what they're going after is the clubs can't have it tested, but an individual who's MMAR can legally go to a credible lab and have it tested. And that is right from the horse's mouth.
There you go. That's actual breaking, real, proper joint weed-related smoking cannabis news in Canada.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So
Johnny.
I'll probably release that video sometime down the road.
I
But I
would.
mean, it was something I need to
would.
know because when I asked a question, even with the parchment and stuff like that, I called the company. I want to know, and I haven't received a letter from Health Canada stating what steps to do with my license. And as it stands, I'm MMAR. I don't have to apply. I don't have to do anything. I am still protected under the injunction.
Yeah.
And until you receive a letter from Health Canada stating what your next steps are, don't do shit. That's just my
Sound
opinion.
advice. And then ACMA, yeah, as soon as you got to renew, you got to go ACMA per. But until you got to renew,
But I
just
don't
stay
have
with
to
it.
renew.
You don't have to. Perfect.
Because I'm MMAR, so why would I have to? I haven't received a letter telling me what to do.
Your
So
AR is, your AR usurps your PR, which fucking trumps the ACMA per still. Some crazy.
I think that sandwich is kicking in, eh?
It was good. Man. Well, we smoked a fucking T-Rex, man. It was half an ounce, man. This is the fucking roach of it so far. We're getting there. You should have been here earlier.
Kind of looked at. Came here to smoke some
Get
weed.
into it. Okay, I'm going to continue. Hawaii. Aloha, Hawaii. Hawaii prepares to open a dispensary in Maui. One of the state's 8 licensed medical marijuana producers, one of the state's 8 licensed medical marijuana dispensaries says it plans to begin selling products early next year. Maui Wellness Group says the business is in its final phase of permitting and will be cultivating as soon as it receives final department from the Department of Health of Hawaii. So they looking like early spring in hopefulings. Anyway, good for you. Aloha, the story there. Maui, selling weed. Wowie. So, and speaking of a real wow moment, anybody hear what Chelsea Clinton said this week? Chelsea Clinton this week inadvertently said that marijuana can kill you. She's since retracted on speaking at a town hall, Youngstown, over the weekend. Chelsea Clinton made a remark about where'd it go? The risk of marijuana that left many drug reform advocates scratching their heads. The daughter of Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton suggested that legal marijuana had contributed to the deaths of people who were using drugs simultaneously due to bad drug interaction. So a spokesperson for Chelsea Clinton now says the Democratic presidential candidate's daughter simply misspoke. An audience member had asked the younger Clinton about her mother's support for changing the federal regulatory status of marijuana to allow more research into potential medical uses of the drug. She responded that Hillary supports more research and that she supports the state experimenting with various medical and recreational regulatory regimes for marijuana. Anyway, the people were quite, what do you mean it could be deadly? And then it couldn't be. And then they've come back and retracted it. And spokesperson for Chelsea Clinton said that while discussing her and her mother's support for rescheduling marijuana to allow for further study for both of its medical benefits and possible interactions with other medications, Chelsea misspoke about marijuana's interaction with other drugs contributing to specific deaths. Hillary has said that she would allow states that have reformed their marijuana laws to act as laboratories for our democracy, and we would schedule marijuana from a Schedule 1 to Schedule 2 substance. So, I didn't even click the one for that. That's the thing with Chelsea for a minute. Yes, Chelsea. So we're going to see, I don't know, the Clintons have I don't know, I think we thought we had a chance there with Bill fucking not inhaling. But apparently, Bill is still in the doghouse for a few other things he might have done as far as Hillary goes, and she ain't having none of that either. Medical marijuana wellness company is coming to Edmonton. Why do I bring this up? A company that says it provides marijuana to medical marijuana and services to people dealing with post-traumatic stress issues and chronic pain is opening a wellness center in Edmonton. Marijuana for Trauma, who we've interviewed before on the show, is a Canadian-owned veteran and operated company. Will hold a grand opening of its new store in Edmonton on Saturday. So we've talked to them before. We're good guys. If you're in Edmonton, if you're in a vet and you need help, check out Marijuana for Trauma. They got a new thing opening. We're going to be out helping with the Smiling Buddha and TCC event tomorrow. That will be very cool. That will be benefiting those with post-traumatic stress, military veterans. And in the next story, Cannabis's first clinical trial to study cannabis and PTSD, which could be not necessarily, I don't know, the company I support. It was from the guys at Tilray, is getting together with UBC to do the first official clinical trials on the effects of cannabis on post-traumatic stress disorders or people with issues. I don't know, like Tilray. And we'll see what the UBC studies show. UBC, has done some pretty good research before on products in general, so we'll see what happens out of it. But it'd be interesting to see the first clinical trials say about the actual effects. It's good to see, because that's what the doctors always say, well, we don't have any clinical evidence. Okay, well, at least they're starting to get some clinical evidence. I don't really like, the people who are necessarily partially backing it in their processes, and obviously they're doing it for their own benefit, I'm sure. But nevertheless, clinical trials are underway. Big weekend for post-traumatic stress issues. We're happy to be part of it, happy to help out, happy to talk on the news. And then in a and in my fuck you of the week, if you didn't hear from this, a Canadian Crime Stoppers organization in Ontario fired its president after he was accused of being involved with an illegal marijuana grow operation. John Paul Fuller was removed from his post as president of the Windsor and Essex County Crime Stoppers on Thursday after he was arrested and charged with production of marijuana, possession of marijuana for purpose of trafficking. So the president of Crime Stoppers in Windsor, Ontario, was found with 2,900 pot plants and 41 kilograms, just shy of 100 pounds, of harvested marijuana in Leamington. In the wake of the revelations, Crime Stoppers said it will also conduct a financial audit for the months when Fuller was president in an effort to check for any other potential criminal activity. Yeah. Nice. You see? Yes. And a big old fuck you goes to Crime Stoppers in Windsor. The fuck? Okay, so news, updates, clicky change, claims, boom. No, that's the one. Boom, here, yes. Updates. Had a dope new feature from James Priest of Canna called Shop Mom and Pop. Shouts to James for the well put together article, more pieces. Coming soon. And for more, visit cannalance.com and at Cannalance across social media. Shouts to the homeboy James. Thank you very much for the well put together article. As we talked about, yes, the big fundraiser tomorrow goes down. Cannabis for Canadians, the veterans fundraisers, all proceeds going to Canadian veterans. Please support these military folks who've gone out there and put themselves in harm's way. We talked about it last week with the Smiling Buddha folks. We're going to be out there. It'll be a lot of fun. Now we're going to bring Cody. So that'll be a good time. Yeah, right? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's pretty cool. Okay, check this out. So I wonder if we can get in the book here.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. Because tips are really hard to take pictures of. If there's one very difficult thing about being a creative roller, it's taking pictures of tips. Oh, wow.
Upside down.
Yeah.
For this angle, but
that's impressive. I've never seen my work in such detail.
So it's two happy faces.
With a heart in between them.
And a heart between them. It's me and Cody having a joint rolling bro out fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Hug right here, right now.
It's
fucking hard to get in the right spot, boy, I tell you. Because it's upside down and backwards. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, shit. That's super cool, Van Gogh. I like that a lot, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked it.
And then, oh, come on, emails. Don't start coming in now. I don't need to see you all. Fuck off. Thank you. That can stop anytime now. Thank you. I hate it when this does this. All of a sudden it gets internet again or something, and it jumps back on. Right, what else is going on? Yes, so please come down. 9 o'clock tomorrow night, I believe, is the event. No, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Victoria, Great Canadian Canna Mall, 1625 Quadra, I believe, or 35 Quadra, or something to that effect. One of those. It will be a good time. Please be there. Come bring some money. Come support. Come donate. Come smoke weed. Come fucking buy a super cool artistic joint from Cody. Enter the raffle to get some shit. Do the fun things with us, man. I'm looking forward to it. I also going to be hosting or doing some crap with it. And of course, shouts to TCC and everybody else associated with the event. Looking forward to a little something from the syrup bar. I'm surprised somebody from the syrup bar hasn't come through with anything, but we'll hit there afterwards. But Buddha, speaking of the Buddhas, y'all remember last week, Smiling Buddha gave me this pen right here, and we were like, yo, that's dope. Remember that? Then on Sunday, I did this.
Hi, I'm Craig X, aka the expert of expert joints, and thanks to my good friends at Smiling Buddha Inc., I'm giving away this incredibly cool 200 milligram pure CBD pen to one very worthy person. This extremely dope prize is destined for the most deserving person in Canada, and it's up to you to help us find them. To enter, simply tag a friend who desperately needs this medicine and let us know in 50 words or less why you nominated them. We'll pick a winner and announce it this Thursday on Expert Joints Live. So enter now and help us help someone else.
So I did that on Sunday. And here it is. Here's the pen. And shouts to Smiling Buddha for making it happen. And they say in the chat, shouts to Honey Vape Pens and J Vape. Well, you guys made it happen. I appreciate it. So how this go down is we did this. We did this. Smiling Buddha's giving away this 200 milligram pure CBD pen. Oh, shit. Oh, breaking news. Hold it up closer. We'll drop this in here for a second. Team Shatterboo, Thompson Caribou, got their own medtainers. Boom. Respect the hustle. Respect the medtainer. I love it.
Respect the hustle.
Nice.
I like that. There you guys go.
That's it, man.
It's
Respect
like another one to add to your collection.
There you make it happen. Get it while you can. This pen giveaway, as I was right here, there it is. So I put it up on Twitter, I put it up on Instagram, I put it on Facebook, and we were looking at all the names that came up. A lot of people entered. It was a lot of cool. Thank you very much. There was a lot of great nominees and a lot of wonderful people who wanted to be a part of it. And this one caught the eye. Nadia T, I'm not going to butcher it. Nadia says that Carmela Magliocco, I think maybe. Carmela is a beautiful, intelligent cancer warrior. She deserves all the pain relief in the world from her combat with breast cancer and her fight with arthritis. This woman is nothing but kind and has a huge heart. CBD would be amazing for her. So Carmela hits back, oh my goodness, if you could see me now, I'm bawling my eyes out, thank you so much, you're such a good friend. I'm lucky to have friends like you. So I was like, well, that's kind of cool, caught my eye. More kept coming in all the week and stuff, but I talked to a few people, reached out to a couple people here and there, and this is Carmela. This is a picture I ganked from her Facebook page. Hi Carmela, how are you? I don't know if she's watching right now. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I told her to maybe watch. I sent her this message at one point, and I said, that was sure kind of Nadia to nominate you for the CBD pen giveaway. Can I ask what's your story? She said, yes, very nice of her. I love Nadia. My story, wow, it's quite a roller coaster. Rewind to June 18, 2014. Was at work and slipped and fell. Went to ER and waited 10 hours and had broken my ankle, crushed some vertebrae, tore my meniscus, and both shoulder rotator cuffs. Was in a cast for 3 months and was in physio 5 times a week. Had one shoulder repaired, then 6 months later the other. Still waiting for knee and back to be repaired. Then reduced physio to 3 times a week. Fast forward to August 2015, still in constant pain, and now diagnosed with PTSD, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis. Then at the end of August, found a lump in my breast, so they found out after getting a biopsy that I had breast cancer. had the mask removed in November 2015, and they came back 3 weeks later to say margins were larger, so they had to go back in and do breast removal mastectomy. Had that done in February 2016. Throughout my cancer treatment, I refused chemo and radiation and went green. Vape, edibles, oil, and caps, all natural, whatever it took, I was doing it. I'm tired and have pain 24/7, and the only way to stay pain-free is to stay medicated, and that gets quite expensive, especially since I've been at the mercy of WSIB since my accident was always... It's always nice to get some help from everyone once in a while. I do as much as I can, as well with people in my cannabis community. I share and help others as well, especially with candies and edibles, and that's my story. God thought I was a badass and gave it all to me. I showed him. I'll be 50 in November. My quality of life has been shit since my accident has been such shit, and such has been shit. But there are others worse off, so gotta make the best of what I'm given. It made me into a huge advocate for cannabis and its healing properties. This is the picture that was on her Facebook before I even talked to her. So congratulations, Carmela. We're giving it to you. I think that's legit. I think that's fucking fair. I'm sorry you've had a hell of a run. I think that we wanted to pick what we call the most deserving person we can find, not just the luckiest person. But this is by far the most deserving person we could find, and she was very wasn't really looking for it. She was very gracious and shit. It was extremely cool. So, Carmela, I'll reach out to you if you're not watching this or whatever. But if you are, congratulations, and sorry, I can't really say congratulations. We're happy to give this to you. It's a small little thing. It'll help, hopefully, a little bit for at least a few minutes. And Smiling Buddha says, please tell her to contact you. So I'll put all you guys in touch together. Thank you, Smiling Buddha, for making it happen. And thank you, Nadia, for nominating you. And I hope you feel better. So thanks, everybody. That is that one right there, and that is the giveaway. That was a cool one to do. Good guys, man, good people. So, Carmela, on behalf of Smiling Buddha, everybody, Smiling Buddha Inc., the CBD pen, yes. This one right here, it's all you. I'm gonna mail this to you right away. I think it was a good choice. So, that feels good. Nice way to end it. Credits. More on Instagram, roll_with Cody Cody Van Gogh. Try that again. Roll_with Cody. Roll_with Cody Van Gogh. So you get to the head movement, it helps. Twitter.com gets _Cody Van Gogh. Also Cody Van Gogh, all one word on Facebook. PotentIndustries.com, Potent Industry, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Please again, also as well, check out me. Expert Joints all over the everywhere. I'm on the websites. I'm on the Twitters. I'm on the Instagram. I'm on the Facebook. And that's all the places. And then we thank very much the Pot TV studio sponsors, Sublimator, Medtainer, Bovida, the Karma Cup, Crop King Seeds, and of course, thanks very much to Glacier Gold for the dab rig. Appreciate that. And make sure you check out what's on Pot TV every week. Monday, the 420 Lifestyle at 4 o'clock with Carly Marley. Wednesdays from Under the Seed Desk with Greg Marijuana Man Williams, Al the Alchemist, and Kush Queen in between. Thursday is me at 420 because I like to be difficult. And Cannabis Culture News with Jeremiah Vandermeer will be tomorrow. Actually, I think Jeremiah is not going to be doing a show tomorrow. So tune in next Friday for Cannabis Culture News, 4 o'clock. He might not. You'll have to see. But regardless, those are the shows, those are the days, those are the times, and also CannabisCulture.com, CannabisCultureHQ.com, CannabisCultureDispensary.com, at CannabisCulture, Pot.tv, and the new Instagram account is Pot TV Network. Also, JMac has a new show coming up very soon, so stay tuned for JMac's backstage, all access. JMac 420 All Access. See, I knew there was something. I knew there was something to it. Cool. That's what's going on. That's how it's going down. Cody Van Gogh, any last things you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, can I do shout outs and stuff?
Plug, go. Ready, okay, go.
Cool. I'll do this again. So yeah, there's Cannabis Emporium, at Cannabis Emporium on Instagram.
CannabisEmporium.com.
Yeah, Cannabis. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry, .ca. CannabisEmporium.ca.
.ca. Yeah. If you're ever in Ottawa, great selection on glass and papers, actually. Probably best selection in glass in Ottawa. Who else? National Joint League. That's a big one. Love those guys. If you want to see more creative rolling, check out the National Joint League. It's where we all compete. And my girlfriend, Smoke Princess Toronto. Check her out on Instagram. She's got a good Instagram feed.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she really actually does. I always feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I'll just shout out random people. Tweedledoob, Canna Killer.
What's up, Marley? What's up, Tweedledoob?
Yo, hey, you know her, cool. Mitch. Seeks. That's it.
And all the homies. And of course, we'll see you at the Karma Cup. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see all that. We'll see all you guys next week. You'll see J-Mac soon. You'll see me back here doing it. You see all this happening every week. The only thing you're not going to see is me sitting still. Believe me on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure, as always. The last thing to say, hit the music. Woo! What a show. I like it. I think that was a good one. Don't y'all?
I liked it.
Yeah, me too. Peace. Mm-hmm.